honestly, but you know,
Let me get
to
that.
each their own.
There we go.
It's like the epitome of extra.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Crabby
Yeah.
D&D.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't thinking of Satan. I was thinking of Baal.
I'll let them finish.
Okay, I'm done.
You're done now?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. So, hello everyone. Welcome to Crabby D&D. Yeah, usual Sunday stuff. This is the Dawn Seekers. I am here with Sudz.
Hello.
Harlan.
Hello.
Not Sam. Simon.
Hello.
Will.
Hello.
Infernal. Hello. And not Jamie. Jamie's at Comic-Con and Sam's still MIA, so... yeah, hopefully he'll rejoin the campaign. If he doesn't, a slot will open up, so... meh. We'll see. I think he does want to rejoin, but he wants to... his burnouts should hopefully be disappearing soon. Anyway, usual announcements. Thank you to Zenosa for all the artwork that's been put through. Thank you to Tabletop Audio for the free service you provide. Any combat maps, like these ones here, are made in Dungeon Player Studio. And any more detailed maps like this one are made in Incarnate.com. Fuck BT.
BT.
Yes, fuck BT.
Say a little prayer every day. Fuck BT.
Yep. Yeah. Other than that, I think we just start. I think. Unless there's anything else you guys want to announce.
Porn stars.
Get it out of the way now. Might as well.
Yeah.
Alright, so. Last session. Our party of adventurers. Malcom, Sasha, Not Elzian, Queglod, Ghaakt, Bern, and Rook headed from Adamanthia to Orum's Anchor. With their little adventure coming to a near halt, they enter into Orum's Anchor and investigate around, Queglod turning into the raven that she is and flies into the sky to investigate the area, ultimately getting lost and separated from the rest of the party, who do a little bit of digging and find out that there are recent Morbin attacks on the city. With this, Bern is recalling the information that he was told about this and proceeds to act on it. They go in search of the Morbin holes, finding them behind the waterfalls before carving their way in, using Malcolm's ability to polymorph and beast shape into a giant mole. Making their way forward, they go into the tunnels themselves, and they hear skittering on the inside, while Sasha and B, the paper drake, head out to find Queglod, who's currently getting mildly drunk in a tavern. Upon their return, they find that Malcom has separated off, polymorphed into a bat and headed down the hallway to scout the area, after they were spotted by a Morbin and a strange humanoid covered in some mild pieces of fur. With this recent development, the party now lies in wait in the cavern. Go, you guys. What are you gonna do?
Well, is Sasha still running down the tunnel? Can we hear her, the echoes of her
No,
pounding?
you guys have all stopped. Malcom has just come back, flying in. He lands and transforms back into himself.
No, I walk in because I ran out.
Oh yeah, it ran out, didn't it? So you walk in. It's been about an hour since this happened. Queglod, you just arrive with Sasha and B, as you see the rest of the party is waiting there. Cavern is about 10 feet wide at this point, and looking into the main cavern itself, it's probably about maybe about 7 feet wide, so you can maybe squeeze past going two abreast, but otherwise you're going single file here.
So how'd it go down there?
I didn't see anything, and I got caught in illusion magic.
Well, I guess we can assume that was our furry friend, the one who isn't the mouse, rat person. Wobbin.
No, rat people works. The real question is, what do we do now? If you could tell it was an illusion magic, did you manage to break out of it, or?
I used Dispel Magic on it.
How many more charges of that do we have altogether?
One sec.
Well, Rook certainly doesn't have Dispel Magic. So it's down to Sasha, Will, and...
I
Malcom.
have Dispel Magic now.
I also
Oh,
have
you
it.
do as well.
As
I
a
have
part of
2
it.
potential
Yes,
dispel
I
magic.
Speak to you about that. I've never got a chance, but yeah.
Yeah. I have 6 potential dispel magics, but only 2 of them are second level or third level spell slots. So I'd rather avoid using anything other than those.
I can use it up to 4 times. I'd rather not have to use it 4 times. But...
I'm aware. Right. What we can do is, Queglod, you know how you get your spell slots back if you just have a short rest?
Mm-hmm.
We could maybe have you use your spell slots to do it? If we come up to it again?
If we're gonna get a chance afterwards to take a break, then yeah,
Okay.
that would be sensible.
I think I can afford to drop 1 or 2 of them before needing to, like, if need be, just to make sure we have enough to get out. Okay, so we all good with this?
Mm-hmm.
At this point, as you're kind of all there, your little buddy, what's his name?
The Kenku.
Yeah, I'm trying to find him. Leng, kind of looks over and goes, I can spot illusions fairly easily.
Yeah.
The only issue... Hello. The only issue will be getting out of them. Once we're in them, I'll know, but getting out of them is usually pretty difficult. There is usually a way out without using magic, but it's hard to find. It could take hours.
Queglod, you're capable of sensing magic, yes?
I am, yes.
Do you suppose it would be possible to use that to at least give a clue as to how to get out of it without using dispel magic? Oh wait, it doesn't matter. You're a fucking warlock, so everything you do costs the exact same amount. Don't mind me.
Well, it doesn't cost me anything to detect magic, although the nature of illusion magics are that they're going to mess with our perception, so it may not be quite that easy. But I can certainly keep an eye out for any magic that's
We can.
fall
How about we
into.
try that? If we fall into some illusion magic, we can. How about we try that? That we try sensing first, and then use dispelling it as a last resort.
Well, I'll give that a go. Yeah, I'm gonna have detect magic active pretty much all the time at the moment.
Okay.
By the way, because I can just do that.
Yep, good to know. Okay, so.
Okay.
Are you guys proceeding down the main tunnel then?
Yep, I guess.
So,
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with this.
seeing as Infernal can't be in tabletop because he can't draw.
I am.
Oh, you are? Can you draw still?
I can.
Okay. If you want to draw, you can go ahead and do so because I told Infernal he can draw on the map over here. Otherwise, I couldn't care less. It's up to you. Either way.
He can't do it. Dibs, not me.
Well, you don't need to. There's no benefit to doing it. It's just a matter of it's going to help you guys navigate and know where you're going.
Okay, no.
Also, Infernal,
Okay,
I'm
so
not actually
the
seeing your
path
drawing.
goes in like this.
I can't see any of what you're drawing. It's like... Okay, it's appearing like 20
Yeah,
seconds
yeah.
later.
Okay, I think someone says.
And it's making you
It's
lag.
Someone
out.
else draw, please.
999.
Yeah, someone else will have to draw. Yeah, if you
It's not me.
want to. Otherwise, I don't care. Okay, no one's doing it. That's fine.
I'll do it.
I'm not good at drawing.
It's up to you. If you want to draw, you can. Just press F2 once and then just draw
Alright.
on the map on the left here. Yeah. Don't worry about color. This is just where you're going. Okay. So, Infernal already started up here. If you want to continue. So, as you continue on through the tunnel, are you I need to know pacing. I need to know spells. And I need to go marching order. Are you casting Pass Without a Trace? Are you moving forward at a fast pace, a slow pace, or a mid pace? And what is your marching order?
I don't think we're gonna need Pass Without a Trace, because
I already
they
know
are
we're here.
over here, so...
So, Bern, Rook, Ghaakt, Sasha, Queglod, Malcom, Aurum, and
I'm good with sticking in the middle, because that way I can theoretically sort of muscle my way past either way to try and protect people, but...
So.
Mm.
But if you prefer
if
me to be
I'm
at the
in-
front or at the back, I'm cool with either.
Either a Minotaur at the front.
I'm gonna say
Or Sasha at the front.
this is the front, this is the back.
Oh, then.
Yeah, this is for you guys to decide what order you're in.
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
dead center so that everyone can hear my wonderful tones.
I'd
And
say
everyone can block all the
Yeah. One
the
thing to
attacks
note.
coming your way.
One thing to know about Rook, he is a Minotaur, so he technically classes as one size larger. This means that to get through here, if you want to, you can't squeeze past him, except unless you're Queglod, because Queglod's smaller.
Yeah, I can squeeze past any of you, so I can be.
So
wherever.
him being at the back might be the best thing.
Queglod can be wherever they please.
Whereas
because
going,
I can just dash up and down the line.
yeah. Whereas he can't turn around easily either. It's going to take him his full movement to do so.
Oof.
So
Right.
you've got to keep his
How about
position
we
in
have
mind.
him
walking
we get
backwards.
if we're in the back
Walking
and
backwards is
we
half
get
movement.
attacked from the front, then he can walk and get to the front to fight.
Correct. But if he's at the front, you can't fling spells past him either. So you have, because he blocks line of sight, unless you're Queglod. So it's up to you how you're going to position this, but it matters quite a lot.
I have a feeling that no matter how we position Rook, the rats will find some way to counter to it. If we put them in the back, they're going to come at us from the front. If they come at us from the front, they're going to come out from the back.
Yeah, okay, let's put him at the back, because if they come at us from the front, I'm already there.
I'm fine with that.
Sasha and Rook are supposed to be the two tankiest, aren't they? So.
Yeah.
it
What do you
makes
mean
sense
are
to have
supposed to be?
Well, I don't know. People do crazy stuff. I wondered if maybe someone had pulled something stupid off.
Okay, Sudz has managed to pull some stupid stuff off with his massive amount of health due to polymorph. But
Yeah.
bonus, I usually have higher ACs.
Massive amount of health due to polymorph, which you can't use in here because it's a 7x7 gap.
Yeah, there are downsides, so I'm still the tankiest.
Mm-hmm. That's fine then.
And also, you
That's
have
fine.
how many uses of polymorph left? Like 2?
1.
1. All right.
Let's do this thing.
Okay. So that's the order you're going with then.
I mean, I'm going to move Infernal over here.
Okay,
But
so
yeah.
that's the order you're going in. Right, as you're proceeding forward, I would like stealth checks from all of you. You have-
My first roll of the season.
You are lagging a lot, Infernal. Just leave tabletop.
Whoop.
We need.
Ah,
It's better to
I
hear
have
you.
disadvantage.
Yes, you
I
have
rolled a
disadvantage.
natural 1.
And so does Aurum. Aurum has disadvantage as well.
I said if
Infernal
I can switch places with B.
Stealthy.
Okay. You okay with that,
B.
Malcolm?
I don't know. Sure, whatever.
My stealth.
I want an honest answer, not a sure whatever. Because if you're going to half-ass this, I'll just stop the session
Aha.
here. Because I
17.
don't want people
No,
being
I'm
mad.
not half-assing anything.
Because you
That's
sounded
fine.
like you were mad when Infernal asked that.
No?
Guys,
just
it's already over. I
trying
got a
not to
nat
talk.
1.
Okay. Well, I mean, B also got in that one.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright, I need...
Yeah, well, it's
so,
super fun.
stealth checks from all of you who haven't already rolled.
I got a 17.
I got a 17. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
I got a 17 as well.
Ooh.
And B?
Today's number 17.
B has
Wait,
believe.
Are you proficient in stealth? How'd you get a 17 with a 9?
Huh?
How'd you get 17 with a 9?
I just rolled B's. I just rolled Orm's right there.
Oh, I thought you already said
With
Orm got a
disadvantage.
natural 1.
No, B got a natural one. I rolled
Oh,
me,
okay.
then B, then Orm.
Oh, okay.
Sasha
Me-
got a natural 1.
Sasha got a natural 1. And also...
Me,
Rook
I
got-
had got 18.
And... Okay. And Rook got a 10.
Six.
Okay.
I got 26. Wait, no, sorry, I read the wrong one. I got 19 total for me. Orm just has an 8.
Okay, so... 20 to 15 or higher? Just say your character
19.
name. I don't need to know the number.
Malcolm.
Queglod.
Ghaakt, you as well?
Say again?
20 to 15?
Yes.
15 to 10. 10 to 5.
8. Orm.
And 5 to 0.
B.
Sasha.
Okay. Good to know. Okay.
Where's Mr. Archaeologist?
Oh yeah, good point. Thankfully on him he has a decent stealth. Because he is a Kenku, so that means that he got a 12. Okay. So, as you're proceeding through this tunnel, it is mostly comprised of earth and of kind of like pressed against earth with claw marks on it, with the occasional bits of stone that just jut out and have been carved through with what look to be rudimentary pickaxe tools. You can see along the top area of this, there seems to be a few insect crystals into the ceiling with what looks to be with a few pieces of string running between them. The crystals aren't lit up or anything, they're just stuck to the ceiling. And you can see that the cavern ahead begins to open up slightly. You could probably go 2 abreast if you wanted to.
I'm good to stick with as we are, because like.
By the way, I believe everyone can see in darkness.
I've got my little orbs out.
Bern.
Someone has
I have
infernal
night vision.
goggles.
Oh yeah, it's Rook has the dark vision, the night vision goggles. Okay. And
Everyone else is capable of
So
seeing in the dark.
are you in the dark or are you lighting it up?
I'd personally prefer dark just because it does give us a little bit of stealth.
Okay. Anybody else gonna say anything?
Well, these guys live in the dark, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, it would probably be best to save on the light until we actually encounter
I
them.
feel like stealth is
problem.
kind of a doomed venture here, but I feel like we ought
What
to try
with
anyway.
like all the ones, but yeah.
We should at least keep up the pretense, or
It
they'll
echoes
get
down
they'll
the
get upset.
hallway.
Ghaakt just licks their finger and puts out each individual orb just one at a time. And like... Give me a minute. It's gonna take a bit.
Dancing lights?
Yeah.
Okay. As each of the dancing lights
Yeah, putting them out for stealth purposes.
yeah. For stealth purposes.
Yeah, don't need the light would give us away.
Oh, you mean you don't have? Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
And
I'm,
you said-
I'm
Yeah,
putting them out.
extinguishing them.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, I misunderstood. So, with that, you continue to move forward. The area before you proceeds to widen out. As you get to this particular junction, you kind of look around the corner. Malcom, you recognize this. This is where you got caught last time.
Oof. That's where the illusion magic was last time.
Well, you dispelled it, so it shouldn't still be active, but unless there's another thing causing it.
I assume Queglod doesn't sense anything.
Is Queglod moving up to the front to sense anything?
Well, she's got 30 feet of it, doesn't she?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm happy
I
to
know,
move up forward
but
if
it's 20
that's
feet
gonna
of
be
you
helpful.
guys, and it's quite a ways away.
Okay, well, we move forward. We
I'll-
will move forward then
Okay, yeah, I'll keep an eye out.
until something happens.
Keep an
We'll
eye.
be and keeping an ear out for Queglod to when she tells us to stop.
As you're walking forward, making your way forward cautiously, looking around, you don't see any traces of magic. Doesn't seem to be anything particularly noteworthy here. As you keep going, you see that the corridor proceeds to descend fairly steeply.
How steep?
We're looking at from your current position, where you're probably on a 0-degree axis, it probably curves to 10, 15, 20, and gets to 45. So, you're standing on that, and it kind of curves and then goes like that, fairly steeply.
I see.
Right. Might be a bit,
Could
might
we
be a bit of a
slide
challenge
down
going
that?
on here.
You could. By the way, at this point, 20 minutes have passed for you making your way through the tunnels here.
Is there a ceiling to this, or is the ceiling level with the slope?
The ceiling's level with the slope.
Alright.
How
May need to
How
adjust
difficult
this
is it likely to be to get back out? Like what? It's like a 45-degree incline. But what sort of is this like loose gravel or is it pretty firm?
It looks to be mostly firm earth.
Okay.
Is
it, like,
so it's possible.
super
It's
smooth,
possible
or-
to. It's possible to climb up it. It will take time because of the slope angle.
Yeah.
However, getting down it, sliding it is definitely possible.
Okay.
So you'll need to be careful of your footing.
Right. If we need to make a very quick exit, this could be a problem. But otherwise, I think we're fine.
But also, if we can have things to throw down, it might be really very effective. Actually, thinking about that, maybe we shouldn't stay on here for too long.
Yeah, this might be a bit crumbly.
Well, shall we?
I would think we should keep moving. Yeah.
Alright, I'll get on my speed.
Is this a good opportunity for stunts?
No.
Do we?
Okay. Do we want to? Is this still getting wider, or is it still like a 2x2 or what?
This is a 2x2. This isn't getting any wider. Queglod,
Okay.
make me a perception check.
Oh boy.
That's pretty good.
You see a small orb appear above Bern.
Oh.
It glows with divination magic.
Bern, I don't want to alarm you, but I think someone's observing you.
It's nice to let them know.
Yeah.
Huh?
And I guess whoever's watching him. Maybe that wasn't super smart. Oh well.
Nah. Is there any way to get rid of it?
You don't know what it is, so...
I suppose.
Can
I
we try and determine what it is?
Right.
Okay, Sasha, make me an Arcana check.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna roll the dice. I'm assuming I have a -1.
Probably.
Knowing me, it's likely. Yeah, -1, 11.
You
I might
think
have
about
the
it.
spell, by the way.
It's magic. Let's see. Do you have the spell?
I mean, I'm a cleric. I have most of the divination spells.
No, I know, but it's whether you have it prepared or not.
Okay, well,
Because if you haven't had it prepared yet as a spell, then because you've never cast it before.
got it in okay. If it's scrying, then I've got it in my list of things to like that I want. I've like gotten written in. I just haven't used it yet.
That's the point I'm making. So you could say, "Oh, Brussels sprouts are great. Have you ever eaten them?" No, but they're in my fridge. Kind of doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's a matter of you need to use it in order to actually understand it. So no, you have no idea what this is.
Alright,
Okay.
Bern, bend over and don't move. And you just stay perfectly still, says Ghaakt as they sort of like pitch their viol.
I think I'll pass.
Okay. You do know as like it's not floating above Bern as in it's stuck there, like above him, and as he moves, it moves with him. It's just there above him.
I
The
think
little
it's
Sims
because they saw
diamond.
me. They know what I look like.
Yeah, if it's not necessarily attached to you, then it's probably just observing the entrance. So heads up, I guess, everyone.
So,
Interesting.
what are you doing? Well,
I mean,
Are we
could
continuing?
try and dispel it, but I feel like it's probably just there to know that we've arrived, and it's already done its job. So
Yeah, probably.
What if we put up an elaborate performance?
What if we
Elaborate.
say
I
we
could-
want
I could
to
dispel
just
it if you
be
want me to.
friends with them? No.
Look, okay, fine. It's already done its thing. Let's just go. And then I'm going to point the back that way. Does scrying do sound as well as voice? Sound as well as sight?
you don't know. I don't
I'm
want you going
asking-
to look up the spell as well,
Okay.
because you guys don't know what this is. So
Right, we don't know what it is.
Well,
Gross.
Go
Let's
ahead.
go.
It's gross.
Weird floaty orb. I don't know if we can actually see it. I think only Queglod can see it.
no, only Queglod can see it. And as you all look up, there's like nothing there.
Are you sure, the Queglod?
are we going to do this every time I see something magic?
No, I was joshing. All right. No doubt it's already done its thing. So let's just go on our way.
That's my
and
thinking. That's,
murder whoever's tries to harm us
I think we just have to
brutally
assume
and
that-
with great anger,
Yeah.
because we're incredibly powerful
One
and
moment.
murderous if we are not
Back in a
pleased.
second.
just be careful. There might be a lot of them. We don't wanna use everything up on anything.
Mm-hmm. Look, why would you say that? I'm quite clearly trying to bestow upon whatever that is, that we are very powerful and dangerous.
I mean, Yes, we're very powerful. Don't attack us. No, of course they don't.
They might. You don't know that.
Well, then start going down.
Fine. I'm just going. I go along.
Okay, Sasha, make me a dexterity saving throw.
You just love doing this, don't you, Chris?
What?
Chris loves sending slopes on us.
They're great.
Right, that's
It's also fun you can have with a slope.
that's probably a -1.
An 11. Okay. You go to make your way down it, and as the head of the pot, and as the one in the leading this, I'll keep that result in mind. The rest of you, are you following? Nothing seems to have occurred yet. The slope seems
Sure.
steady.
I'll get on my spear.
Seems sturdy, he says.
Okay. So Bern's going to be taking up 2 spaces if you're walking 2 abreast.
Wait, don't you mean Rook?
No, Bern, because he said he's jumping on his spear.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna float down.
Your head is scraping against the ceiling, by the way. Okay.
Don't worry, I'll
It's
take you to get
fine.
your hair cut again after this.
So, saving throws from everybody if they are following. Okay, Rook's fine. He's
Wait,
got
am I making another saving throw?
Will this
Or...
be under
Dex.
Dex?
Do I have to make one?
That's bad. Goodbye, everyone. I'm taking the fast trip way down.
Apparently, so am I.
Okay.
Let's race.
Yep, I win. I got a lower number.
Okay.
It's
Queglod?
like golf.
Oh yeah, I need to roll for Aurum.
Malcolm, break my landing.
He'll break something.
Queglod, you there? Simon?
Simon!
Simon's
He's fine.
Simon's fine.
Simon got like 20, it's fine.
Simon.
Alright, so.
Discord probably fucked up.
Probably. So. Now you're maintaining this marching order. So. First of all, Sasha, you're walking forward and you're like, oh, ground's unsteady. This is fine.
Could I use my stone cunning?
This is dirt, not stone.
It's got stones in it.
So?
Gonna use his rock dirt cunning.
So's an enemy if they've been using slings against them. Doesn't mean you can go, oh, I can use stone shape on that guy to see what he is. No, you can't. But he's riddled with stones. Doesn't work like that.
I mean, I could use stone shape to really ruin his day.
Make his kidney into a stone. Alright.
Oh, fuck.
I don't think that's how that disease works, but
Well, no, but if you're using stone shape, you could just make his kidney a stone. Anyway. So, Sasha, the ground's uneasy. You need to be careful here. As you look back to say that, Aurum and Malcom come sliding at you. At which point your save is not high enough to defend against this as you go with them. Bern, you're floating, and you watch as Ghaakt is swinging by as he hurtles down this way as well. Queglod quickly grabs onto your spear and stops herself from sliding.
Yeah, I was gonna have.
As
As
Rook's
I
standing
see
at the
these
back
two-
and looks at this, and he's like, "Oh well."
Can I make an action to try and stop myself from getting completely murdered?
Well, you're sliding,
I-
so it would have to be while you're
Yeah.
sliding.
Whilst I'm sliding, can I try and like get my shield in front of me and get on and like try and sort of like use it to slide down rather than like my body?
Make me a dexterity check with disadvantage.
You know this isn't going to go well for me, Chris.
So. Nope.
Nope.
You go to put your shield underneath you, and you hear the of it grinding into the dirt as you're just leaving a groove, and you begin to sink in.
back out.
Does do one nice thing for you though. Digs you a small hole, which then you are immediately pushed out of, and you burst out the other side, and you begin to tumble and roll. With the rest of whose hair
Ah,
They
good, a
see me
Sasha missile.
rolling. They hate it. No.
And Ghaakt is following along. So, Queglod, Bern, and Rook just watch you guys disappear into the darkness as you guys slide down.
I think we should go after them. Anyone? Oh wait, I'm with two AFK
We
people.
can't hear you, Simon. If you
Alright, I guess I gesture to Rook to follow and...
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay, so you
Queglod's
guys
just...
are proceeding to follow. By the way, B's fine because B's flying, so...
Yeah, bees just flying by.
Yeah,
Queglod's just regretting all of their life choices to be stuck
So-
with these fuckos.
As you're travelling, the party has been split into 2 lots.
Ooh.
Okay. As the first group, you proceed to travel. As you're kind of going, you proceed to see what looks to be a small platform of rock just up ahead. It's going to be rough hitting it, but hey, you're used to it. With your dark vision and your group's passive perception, Sasha and Malcom, you can see that the platform doesn't last long. And it seems to cut off as it opens into a open cavern. You don't know how far the fall may be on the other side.
That's bad.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I'm just gonna quickly look through my spells.
Okay. Would you like to do anything, Malcom? Orem at
I'm
this
looking
point
through
is
my
currently just
spells.
trying to use her feet to push away, but is unsuccessfully doing so.
Are we still sliding?
Yeah, you're rolling and sliding at this point.
Mm,
Well, you're more sliding because you've got a little bit more control, whereas the others are just hurtling
Yeah.
down and rolling a bit more.
Ghaakt has this under control. For now.
Okay, I can do a dumb thing that might save me, but I will have to ask Chris if it will work. If I make a spiritual weapon and grab onto it, can I try and use that to slow my fall?
Spiritual weapons do not take up space, nor do they have a physical form, only when attacking. So unless you want it to hit you, no.
Yeah, I gotcha. That was worth a try.
So, don't have anything to save yourself?
Nah.
Alright. I use conjure animals to make two birdies at the part that goes straight down to catch us.
Giant vultures?
Yep.
Okay. As you hit the edge of the lip, these 2 giant vultures come into play as Malcom quickly does the symbols and calls upon them. As the 2 of them appear there right before you, each of you land on them. They're not used to taking Orem's weight, and one of them sinks quite a bit, but is able to maintain altitude. You look down, it's about an 80 feet drop.
Ooh.
Ghaakt, you slide to the edge of the platform, and just like it's a hot summer's day and you've got a fag, you just sit on the edge of this slope and you look down. You didn't fall off though.
I'm back.
So is this a correct interpretation that I've drawn here?
I mean, it's a bit big, but yeah.
I'll shrink it a bit.
Yeah. I'm just gonna tell you, on my map, your hair.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, you've gone like, and then you stopped at the edge of the thing before you go to the before you get to the fall, which is about that.
I think that's a bit big there.
Welcome back, Simon. We almost died.
Cool.
Yep.
I'm
Well,
glad.
We went for a
Oh,
lovely
oh.
slide.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to take a call.
That's fine.
No worries.
You watched as as 4 of the party members went hurtling down this slope as the earth gave way and they proceeded to travel down. However, there is one thing you notice, Queglod.
Mm-hmm.
As this occurs, you see what looks to be hidden symbols underneath the dirt themselves. This was purposeful.
So they're splitting us up.
Well, unless they've got some sort of weird contraption that causes the tunnel to change direction.
You aren't there.
for
You're at the
everyone.
bottom of the tunnel.
Okay, so who's where? Sorry.
Queglod, Bern, and Jamie and B are
What
all
do
at
they
the top.
look like?
Everybody else is at the
do-
bottom. What
Ah,
symbols?
Okay. Alright.
The symbols on the ground, or
Yeah.
they look like general symbols. You could probably make out as a move earth spell.
Move it up.
It's a cantrip.
So
there's
they
no need
wanted
check
us
that.
to like
Who
slide
knew
down.
that teaching rats to read could be the most dangerous thing?
Is this orb still above us? Like,
Yes. Yeah, it's floating above you. It's following you.
Yeah, it does appear to be following you, Bern.
Hmm.
So we have no choice but to just go down.
By the looks of it, looking in the cavern which you're currently in and flying on the birds, you can see that the cavern is, it goes out quite a way, and looking along the edges here, you can see there are small holes in the walls, probably about 3 foot wide. You can see probably about, from your current station, about 15 of them, and you can see the drop goes this is all the way down, by the way. And the drop all the way down keeps going. You see a few what look to be roots that have dug through the earth here. Not sure where from, but the roots have dug through and they seem to have breached into this cavern. At the base of it, you can see what looks to be a small pool that's just sat there. The water itself is green and murky.
Hmm.
You can see at the bottom it does continue somewhere.
Do we want to go down and wait for him?
All the way down?
Well, I mean, they're flying and we're flying for a short period of time.
How far down is it?
I mean, my flying isn't really flying; it's floating.
Well, then you can plummet to the water.
Does the drop go directly into the water?
You're not there yet.
Bern, stop making calculations based on what we can see.
I mean, how fucking long does it take to get there?
It's creepy.
On how far they've travelled, the fact that they were travelling probably 60 feet a second at how fast they were moving down this, it's probably going to take you 4 minutes to catch up with them. So are you guys waiting, or are you guys moving to the bottom?
Oh, I guess I could. Actually, no, I don't think my orbs will be able to show much light around these little tunnels.
I would say try and follow them, but
What's the general diameter of this thing, anyway?
Oh.
How wide is it?
Oh yeah, Leng made the save, so Leng's with you guys as well. The diameter of this area here is probably about 11 feet. Enough for a large creature, but not, but only just about large enough for 2 people.
It's the length of about 2.1 Ghaaks.
So, what are you guys going to do?
I have no idea.
I'd rather wait for the flying crew. It seems more up to their speed.
Sure. Sure.
So you wait for the rest of the party to catch up?
Besides, I need to calm down after that sick ride.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we are.
I would say.
Yeah,
that
I
we
know
should-
Infernal, but for all I know, this tunnel goes all the way down to hell.
I mean,
So,
How much smaller can I make it?
as you guys proceed to move forward, Group 2 catching up with Group 1, you travel down, a few minutes go by, you see the stone platform up ahead, and you see 2 giant vultures flying there. What's the duration on Conjure Animals?
An hour.
Okay, you got time then. So, you see the stone platform just up ahead, and you can see the rest of the party.
Ah, there you all are.
Yes.
So,
Hello.
Right, encountered anything interesting down here, or?
Well, there's a pool of green water.
Hmm.
And a bunch of tunnels.
So, just to get the picture here, are you four still on the giant vultures, and then the rest of you are on the platform, or are you still flying, or?
Well,
Where-
I mean,
where's
I
this all
have the
happening?
conjure animals. I have the conjure animals up, so I might as well be flying.
Yeah, so you four are flying. The one with Orum's struggling, because it's probably got Sasha and Orum. So it's struggling quite a bit.
It is having a rough time.
Yeah. So the back group, what are you guys doing? Are you floating? What are you doing?
We're floating at the edge. How are we gonna get down?
Well, I can merge with Felipe at will. So I don't have a problem. I don't know how we're gonna get.
Question: can you fly on your spear?
Doesn't fly, it floats. If I fall, it's gonna take me down.
Okay. What if you move at the same pace as one of the vultures? That way, you'll be floating on top of the vulture.
That's not how physics works.
Chris, this ain't physics. This is magic. Chris.
This is like a Jack and Daxter 2 platforming puzzle. What the hell are you doing?
Roll
Talking about?
me an intelligence check, Sasha. And also Bern, roll me an intelligence check. Yeah, this'll work. Yeah, this'll work.
Oh no. I have doubts about this.
No, you don't.
I like this. This actually puts into the sort of question: what is the science behind floating? Like, can he do this off of a pebble, for instance? I'm very curious about how big or how much weight something needs to have for him to float off of it.
The mechanic of how this works is it needs a solid platform of 5 feet by 5 feet to actually float
Alright.
on it. If he ever loses that platform, it goes to the nearest 5 by 5 feet platform. However, objects, creatures, and other things which are not sturdy, inanimate, do not count. This means he cannot float over top someone, assuming that person is floating. He can also float over liquids and so on because they substitute as a solid 5 by 5 foot.
Right. So we'll start. Will you get on top of the bird, then cast your spell, then we'll take off and you follow behind us. All right?
What spell?
The floaty thing. I don't know.
It's
We're already
not a
using it.
spell. Also, I think. Then how is Rook gonna get down?
I have to send a bird back up to get him.
Well, then send both birds and they'll pick me up as well.
Yeah, I can cast fly if that's going to be helpful.
I mean, we could just send the birds back up.
Yeah. Okay then.
Quick question. Quick smart question. Can I have a perception? Can I look around the area to see if there's any other ways to go rather than down the death pit? Chris?
Chris is muted.
Oh, oops.
Oh.
I said, yeah, sure, go ahead, and you really should have made that earlier. Go ahead.
Okay. Yet another one? Oh, it wasn't another one.
Looking around, you see what looks to be a way to climb down for creatures that can climb. There are a few holes in the wall which does suggest climbing kits such as rope and that have been used here before. However, as you're looking around, you look back at Rook, and you see what looks to be two pieces of metal on the stone platform. They're hinges. You hear a tch, and you watch as Rook disappears as he falls through the floor. Rook fails his dex saving throw, because I just rolled that.
Queglod, cast
Where are
fly!
the hinges?
Well, Rook's been kidnapped.
Where are the hinges?
Oh, that's some high rolls. Traps are brutal. I love them. What? Sorry. Where are the hinges?
Where are the hinges?
They're attached to the floor.
Attached to what?
The floor.
The floor. The stone.
Yeah, but which floor? At the edge or what?
The stone floor. The stone platform which he was standing on and no one else was. As he takes 29 points of piercing damage, which is reduced by 3 because of his magic armor. for his magical effect. So yeah, and as you two, Bern and Queglod, look down to see this, you see a Rook currently with his shoulder impaled by a large spear that's just jutting out. You see a few other skeletons in there and blood stains. Off from one of the holes, you hear.
Stupid.
And
animal.
fuck
scurrying.
you too.
So that's how it be, huh?
Right.
I mean,
I
that's more
I
than-
throw down a rope.
Okay.
Like, all right, get out.
You throw down a
Okay, get
rope.
out.
The 30 feet of rope hits Rook on the head. I get what you mean, don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
He is still impaled on a spear.
Oh.
Okay. Rook, you use your... Rook, try and pick up that spear for me.
I can try.
Do you want me to fly
You
down
watch
there and try and
as he
help?
tries to go as he goes to get the spear, which is jammed into the ground. He snaps it off, and he's just got this spear.
No.
jutting out of him.
Chris, what happens when he tries to pick up a weapon?
He hasn't picked it up. It's stuck in him.
Oh, damn it. I was hoping that when he tried to pick up, it would just, like, melt away.
Sure, it will melt away inside of him. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it sounds cool. It sounds cool, though. Fine. Yeah, he snaps it off and
And he's
we pull
currently
him up.
standing. You can see there's a few other spikes around, and you can see a skull that's just completely impaled on this.
Good thing you didn't land on your head.
I got that. He proceeds to climb the rope out.
Right. Let's get that out of you, and I'll pump a little bit of healing in you. How does that sound?
Some of that Healy juice.
Yes, some Healy juice. Yes, I basically use my medicine check to initially remove. Can I use my medicine to like initially remove the spear and make sure that he doesn't like die from that?
Go for it. Yeah.
Oh,
easily
yeah.
enough. It's not. Granted, it's stuck through him, but it's a nice, easy wound, and by the looks of the spear, it's not rusty or anything. It's actually been well kept, despite it being covered in blood. And as you go to pull it out, you yank it from behind. The spear comes out clean, leaving a nice clean wound to be healed or treated.
Okay. Wow, my medicine is +8. Jesus. Yeah, I'm gonna be casting. I know I can't use Mend on this. I've tried that before, so I'm going to be using Cure Wounds at first level.
All right, roll me the healing for that. While this is all happening,
Does
what
it
the rest of
look
you doing?
like? Does it look like Does it look like the trap was activated by him standing there or by remote?
Make me. You aren't proficient in Tinker's tools, so make me an intelligence check.
That is 10 points of healing.
10 points of healing. Okay.
Not bad.
What'd you get, Bern?
That is a 17.
Okay. Not enough, because you do not have much proficiency with traps and tinkering and stuff. Looking over this, you don't know whether this was a remote activation or whether this was a him standing on it activation.
You know what I think? I heard something go heh heh heh, so I'm going to assume it was like activated by someone.
Well, then they're using this divination thing to know where we are.
Speaking of that, we should follow up on that. There's someone nearby.
Mm.
Yeah, where
This guy-
exactly did this cackle come from? Or was it just sort of vaguely echoing around?
Chris, you're muted again.
I mean, I was gonna
I know,
ask,
but
but
doesn't somebody remember?
What?
It came from one of the caverns, or one of the
One of the holes nearby, you
one
said?
of the holes, yeah.
So, can we try and look in those holes?
Be on the lookout for
Sure.
traps still. This place is
Yeah.
probably flooded.
Yeah,
You're
first
gonna-
things first.
Okay.
Let's check for traps.
Okay, so you're flying over on the birds to go over to the holes and have a look at them.
Well, first things first, we're like looking for traps or anything that might like impede us.
Okay, make me an investigation check.
And how much?
Can someone other than me make this, please?
Make what?
No one else
An
is talking.
intelligence
Okay,
check.
Go ahead, Sasha.
Sure.
Okay. If I'm the only one that's gonna do it.
I mean, I've been kind of.
There we go. What's the total?
13.
13. You look around, you don't see any traps, as far as you're aware.
Okay. Everyone, be on the lookout for traps, but I haven't spotted anything yet. Now let me just fly over here and set my foot down and you get the idea, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So you fly over there with the bird and with Aurum, because you have to take Aurum with you. Unless you're dropping Aurum 80 feet, but it's up to you.
He's made of crystal, he'll be fine. That's not how that works.
Mm,
He'll shatter on the ground. He'll shatter like glass. Anyways, yeah.
More likely to drop you than Aurum.
That isn't a very nice thing to say.
I mean,
Hurts my feelings.
Aurum more important.
Somewhere off in the distance, Halcyon shouts, "You don't have feelings!"
Well, neither do you, you elven fuck. But again,
Sasha,
fuck you, Malcolm. I'm
Again.
a delight. Anyways, yeah. So I get down and I help Aurum down as well,
Okay, so the both of you are heading down to the...
and then I push him off the. I'm kidding.
So you're heading down to the bottom of the chamber.
If that's the only hole we could see, yes.
There are 13 holes lining the walls of this entire chamber. It's 80 feet deep, so...
Yeah, we said we were like checking through the holes and.
So you're
looking
checking
at
through
that.
each of them before you drop Aurum off, or you dropping Aurum off then checking through each of them?
Okay, guys. I mean, my plan is to go over to a hole.
Or are they at the bottom?
So, let me give you a little bit of a visual here. Here's your column. It goes down. It's not even on either side. Just ignore that. And then there are holes at various intervals on all directions that just seem to be
during the drop.
randomly scattered about during the drop.
Yeah. I would like to go to the topmost one, and check it out, and we'll work from there. But my intention was go down, have a look, fly over to the next one, have a look, until we see something important.
Looking at the first one, as you go over to it, you see that the hole goes back a little ways, and that it reaches a bank of dirt. That's about it. You can't tell if it's just a hollow or if it connects to other bits. You aren't sure from the angle.
Queglod, could you fly over here for me?
Yeah, sure. Let me take a look.
How
2
long
underground
the conjure
adventures in a
animal
row.
last?
1 hour. You
More
got
like
you
doing
got time.
Splunkers, am I right?
So,
Yeah, I'm going to be merging into Felipe form and flying over to take a closer look.
okay. Are you flying into the hole or are you just flying up to the hole?
If I fly up to the hole, can I see anything inside?
Looking inside of it, you can't see anything different from what Sasha saw.
How far away are you? Does your magic sense detect anything?
Your magic sense should carry over, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Should do, yeah.
Yeah. You sense the magic of your nearby companions, but nothing else.
Okay. And in the 120 feet I can see there's nothing.
In the 120 feet of darkness that you can see all the way down to the bottom. You can see that there's water at the bottom of it. It's murky and green, probably just because it's stagnant water. It's probably been there for a while.
I really hope there isn't anything in there.
You look around the rest of this area. Make me a perception check.
And that is, I believe, +3 for yeah.
Remember, you can use Felipe's stuff.
That is with Felipe's stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Looking about, there's nothing else that you can see other than the 13 holes and Rook standing on the ledge looking uncomfortable.
Right. We'll check all of. Okay, Malcom and Bern, you come check these out. Rook, stay where you are.
I don't really have much of a choice. Unless I jump.
Same.
Okay. You can try and climb down if you want, but I wouldn't suggest it
He looks about, he gathers up the rope you used and kind of looks about and goes, don't think it will reach.
There are handholds, see? And I point out to the handholds I saw.
Oh, the holes are just on the side of the wall for where you'd put a piton in and then tie a rope to it.
Now, Chris, does it look like I get impale?
Did anybody else get Infernal laggy there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got impaled.
Sorry, lad.
Does it look like you're getting impaled? Yes, if you jump and put your spear first.
No. No. I meant if a weapon strikes at the wall of the drop, will it get stuck there, or does it look like it just won't do anything?
If you mean you're going to attack the wall with your weapon, if the intent is to get it stuck, it's going to be possible. This is mostly loose earth and stone, so
Yeah.
you're probably going to find a middle ground.
Oh wait, never mind. I'm retarded. This won't work.
What are you trying to do?
I was gonna go into siblings and impale them into the wall, and then use them to climb down one step at a time. But they're fucking slow.
Yeah, let's use circular saws to do that.
Never mind.
Interesting.
Yeah. So,
I guess I'm flying over to look at whatever they wanted me to look at.
okay. So you're looking into the holes, you see the same thing as what Sasha saw. Goes in a little way and then hits it back.
Right. No. You go to a different one, and we'll alternate between them. All right.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess I'm going to a
I'm
different.
gonna take a step back so they and not look at what they're doing.
Okay. So you hide away around the corner.
Like walk away from the edge, so if there's anyone watching me, they don't get to see what's down, like what the others are doing.
So you do that. Queglod's a bird. You're on your own. Rook's up there with you. Rook joins you back at the slope, so he doesn't fall in the trap or anything, or
So,
fall off the edge.
Walk each other's back.
Yeah, as far as he's concerned, there's a boxing glove right underneath him that's going to punch him in the dick and knock him off the edge. So here go.
Hitting you, anime. Dick punch.
I was more referring to Despicable Me, but yeah. So, each of you are looking into the various holes here. You can't see anything of particular note.
Do you need some light?
No, we've all got dark vision. Remember?
Oh yeah.
It's so good being a magical race that has dark vision. Isn't that right, Rook?
Shut up, Sasha.
Now you're trying to start stuff with Rook because Elvian's not here?
Because
Jeez,
she's
Sasha.
racist.
I believe it.
It's after the twink. You're looking for a different
Big
kind
ol'
of challenge.
Big old bear.
So, you're just looking in the holes and you just keep going down?
Yeah.
Yeah,
suppose
I
so.
Okay.
Yeah. If I see anything interesting, I'll need to actually land and turn back so that I can call out. But
Okay.
other than that,
So, everybody other than Bern and Rook, please make Constitution saving throws, please.
Yeah.
God.
And I thought staying still was supposed to help me this time.
Okay, the vulture that you are on, Malcom and Ghaakt, that vulture is okay. The one carrying Sasha and Aurum is not.
Uh-oh.
Wait, since when was I on a vulture? I didn't agree to this. Unless it was when he called me Will instead of calling me Ghaakt, in which case I kind of figured that might have happened.
Oh, so you back on the platform then?
I suppose. I don't remember agreeing to being on a vulture.
Okay, in which case there, never mind. You don't need to make the save.
So what exactly happened?
So, 20 to 15 on saves, or 20 or higher.
I
Go on.
got...
You got
No, sorry.
15 to
I'm
10?
just saying. Me. It's a 15.
Okay. Nobody else?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
I haven't made Orms yet. Nope, she fails again.
Okay. You each take, except for you, Malcolm. As you're there, you go. You sniff slightly and you smell something. As you cover your mouth, you realize what's going on. The rest of you don't. As you take 13 points of poison damage as you engulf poison gas and you begin choking.
Oh, this is poison. I have advantage on this.
Go ahead. Okay,
That is
you're
a
fine.
15.
You're fine.
Yes.
Yeah, and they begin choking. The vulture that is carrying you and Orm, however, as it begins choking and it can't cover its mouth, you watch as it falls unconscious and begins to fall. You are currently falling, I'm going to say, because you are searching all the holes and the time it takes for gas to descend, you are falling 40 feet.
Okay.
Do you have anything for this?
Okay, first things first, can I try... I only really get one shot at this, don't I? Do you mind if I have a little bit of a thinking moment?
Sure. While this is happening, Queglod, you are in Felipe form. Now, this is something which actually matters.
Mm-hmm.
Felipe can't be targeted, but he can be subject to a saving throw, correct? Because you gain all the benefits of Felipe being on your shoulder. Am I correct in
recall the
saying that?
exact wording, but I thought the...
What I got was he's basically immortal as long as he is on your shoulder, which is...
Okay. I'm just gonna quickly look up the wording here.
Well, I'm
Soul
in
of the
Felipe
Raven.
form, so Felipe's not...
Once you gain this feature, you gain the ability to merge with your Raven's spirit. Bonus action: when your Raven is perched on your shoulder, your body merges with your Raven's form. While merged, you become tiny and replace your speed with the Raven's, and you can use your action only to dash, disengage, dodge, help, hide, or search. You'll be using the search here. During this time, you gain the benefits of your Raven being perched on your shoulder. As an action, you and the Raven return to normal forms. The benefit of it being perched on your shoulder is you gain a dark vision of up to range 30 feet. You gain a bonus to your passive perception score and to your wisdom perception checks equal to your charisma modifier.
Yep.
You should have been adding that.
I have been.
Have you? Because as for... Wait, so you're adding your plus...
Yeah, it
Wait.
turns...
Oh,
I'm
right,
adding
you
my
have a low wisdom.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, that's why.
Sorry, yeah. While perched on your shoulder, the Raven can't be targeted by any attacks or other harmful effects. Only you can cast spells on it. It can't take damage, and it is incapacitated. So, you are immune to this effect. You're immune to this choking gas. However, I'm going to say due to the nature of it, you do not know it is present.
Okay.
So you just watch as Aurum begins coughing violently. You watch as the vulture coughs, squawks, and then just falls as Sasha covers her mouth and Malcolm covers his mouth.
Okay.
The vulture that you're riding on, by the way, Malcolm, it digs its head into its chest to try and keep its nose clear. It can't see where it's going, but it's stopping itself from choking.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna try and do. Because I've got Aurum on here, this is unlikely to work. I'm gonna try and grab the vulture's wings and pull them out into an open position so that we slow down a bit. And I'm going to, and depending on if that slows us down even a little bit, I'm gonna try and cure wounds this thing to try and bring it awake.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to ask you to roll a initiative check to see how many of these actions you can do. If you can get above 10, you can make both. Because I know you've got a -1.
I do have a -1.
So if you can get above 10, you can make both. Okay.
Yes.
So the first one, as you go to pull out the wings, it's like dead weight. It's not helping. You might be breaking your fall a bit, but Aurum's still being carried. And Aurum's making this thing plummet because Aurum is heavy and this thing isn't actively flying and flapping.
I'm taking it down to So I'm cure wounds in it.
Okay, you cast a Cure Wounds on it. Roll me the hit points.
The hit points
Remind me
amount
how many hit points
is...
a vulture has.
Well, it's got another 5 now.
It should be fine because I don't think 13 is enough to kill a giant vulture. I believe they have like 26.
Yeah, I believe
24.
they have somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I'm pulling it up now.
Yeah. However, as it falls, you cast the Cure Wounds. It doesn't save it from its unconsciousness because that's caused by suffocation and choking. So you and it hit the ground. I will say, because you and Aurum are on top of it, you will receive less damage, but the vulture will take the full damage from this. So the
Vulture goes poof.
Yeah, the vulture goes poof as it takes 17 points of damage and splats onto the ground before it ceases to exist as the essence of the magic dissipates. And from that, you and Aurum take half damage, which is bludgeoning, so you each take 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Aurum, I believe, is resistant, so Aurum takes a half of that, so Aurum takes 4.
It's got 22 HPs.
Okay, yeah, it's dead then. But even 13 plus 5 does not save it from 17 points of damage.
No, it does not.
Aurum takes how much damage?
Is Aurum resistant to bludgeoning?
I think it should be.
Resistant to lightning, slashing, non-magical, bludgeoning, and piercing.
Okay, so the
So,
non-magical does count, so yeah, Aurum takes 4 damage. As Aurum hits the ground. I'm also going to say that Aurum and Sasha, you're currently prone as you kind of land onto the ground. Aurum's almost splayed out a little bit, unable to get a good footing, and Sasha, you just fall onto your stomach as you look back up. What are you guys doing? You can't see this poisonous gas at all.
Can I smell it?
You don't know what happened. All you heard was a crash as you heard Sasha and Aurum hit the ground.
I'm gonna float my orbs over in that direction. My dancing lights.
Okay. As you cast dancing lights and they go out, the area is illuminated as you see a very thin, pale red mist now in place about where you are. It
Can I tell where
it
it's
seems to
coming
be
from?
flowing down. Make me a perception check.
Me?
The one who asked to look where it's coming from. With the lights, you see what looks to be 3 holes at the top, which looks to be like small pipelines.
Alright, I use mold earth to cover them.
Do you have
To
earth?
close them. I thought it was earth.
So
there were
you're
holes
flying
in
up
the
to
earth.
them and you're using mold earth.
I'm flying just up above them to where I can still see them, and I'm not gonna get affected by the.
So let me draw this so
to
you
the side of them.
so
I
you
expect.
understand. They're here, up the top.
Oh, they're all the way up there.
They're all the way at the top, and
Okay,
it just
then-
descended straight down.
Then yeah, fly up to.
I guess to the side of them, and then you take them 1, 2, 3 in a row so that it's blocked
Yeah.
off.
Okay. Is move earth verbal?
No, it is somatic.
Okay. In which case, you do this without an issue, sealing over the holes.
To clarify, this does mean you can become an earthbender.
I am an earthbender.
Yeah, he can
and
move.
a
He can move a
waterbender.
5-foot cube of earth, like 5 feet. Puff. Then it just crumples and turns into a pile on the ground. Yeah, with the essence of using the move earth, you go up, you smooth it over as it smooths over the hole and becomes more like packed earth, and you can't see the gases as they begin to fade and slowly float down. It's a heavy gas though, and it seems to be flowing down very slowly. At the bottom of this, I believe Sasha and Aurum both have high con scores, so you're going to be... seeing as you're holding your breath, you should be fine.
Yeah, Aurum's good.
Hold your breath, Aurum!
Aurum's doing so.
Okay, what do we see down there?
Actually,
If you don't mind me asking.
As you fall onto the ground, you look around you, and you see, not far from where you are, there's the slight slope and incline leading to that pool of water you saw, and you see another tunnel leading downwards. You see more of those crystals and the string in the on the ceiling.
Well, I have no idea what to do here.
This place is a pain. So
Sorry
where
you fell
were
into
we
the
when we
pillars,
got
Malcolm.
hit by the poison?
You probably would have been checking the holes, so here and here. All the holes seem to be basically identical. Not physically, but the fact that they've been sculpted so that they're just slight indents with a back to them.
So has Malcolm hit the bottom of the tunnel?
Well, Sasha and
Malcolm's
Forum
up here.
Malcolm's right at the top, and Queglod's somewhere in between.
Oop, that's not the right one. So we got a bottom.
Yeah. So,
do you guys want to all get down here, or?
I mean, it doesn't seem like there's anything.
I don't know how I'm supposed to get down there. Bern, let me borrow your spear,
Why?
so I can float down there.
Can.
Am I lagging out or
no.
No?
okay?
You can't float down. That's not how it works. You're gonna fall down just as fast to hit the ground with the spear.
Just the spear takes no damage, whereas you do.
Yes.
So, to clarify, we have a Rook. I'm also going to say we have B up here as well, because I completely forgot B existed till now.
B doesn't have lungs, right?
Very true, B is made of paper, so B's fine.
Yeah.
How strong is B?
Yeah, I'm fine with you reading off the strength score for a paper drake. I can't remember what it is.
7.
Yeah, B could totally carry
Okay,
you.
I still can't carry him.
B can barely carry Queglod.
Wait. Guys. Here's a thought. Here is a thought. What if B can turn into various paper objects, yes?
Yes. You haven't seen B do it that much, but yes.
Saw when B was first here, it turned into a book or something, I think. Anyways, could B turn into like a big version of one of those paper lanterns? Just use that to float down.
I believe B can become a large creature, but is still made of paper and has 7 strength.
Refold.
So-
The paper drake can fold his body into different sizes and shapes. Drake, not just size.
Like if you use produce flame and like put that inside the
By
paper lantern.
one step in either direction.
Yeah, so large or small.
I'm going to take that as a maybe, dependent on rolls.
It's going to be dependent on weight still, because B will still have 7 strength.
True, I suppose.
Yeah, change in size and shape doesn't affect the paper drake's stats, which means that it doesn't get the double carrying capacity. So its carrying capacity is still like 40 pounds.
Oh, okay.
We need a cardboard drake that can.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no
You got a
cardboard
paper one,
drake.
no cardboard.
Does cardboard even exist in this world?
If it does, it gets melted by the rain and water wizards. Also, I just forgot that B's a CR2 creature. She's so strong for a CR2 creature.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean,
It's almost as if CR is complete bullshit.
I know, but still, be quiet, you.
I mean, she's only got, what, 17 dex and 108 HP?
Yeah. and does 5d6 plus 3 slashing damage, plus forces a DC 13 con save to be incapacitated for 1 round as a recharge. Yeah, it's fine! Although, to be fair, there's only one other thing which I would say is debatably broken, which is the Pixie, which I will never allow any of you to summon, because that thing is broken. Anyway,
Yeah.
what are you going to do to get down? Except for Sasha and Aurum, who are fine. I'll say at this point that the gas has dispersed.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
Alright, well. How much time do I have left for conjure animals?
Seeing as it is a heavy gas, you're probably looking at about, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes have passed. So you've got plenty of time.
Okay, well, time to start ferrying people down.
Back in a sec, guys.
Okay. So you proceed to ferry people down. Who are you starting with?
Well,
Yourself?
since Ghaakt is there, I can take me and Ghaakt.
Let's go.
How long has it been, by the way?
At this point, it's probably been about 10 minutes-ish. Okay. So you ferry you two down. Are you getting off and letting the vulture try and go up and take the other two, or...?
Yeah, considering that one was able to take Sasha and Aurum, I'm pretty sure it can take Rook and Bern. So, yeah.
Okay. Queglod, are you making your way down, or...?
Yes, I'll make my way down by myself, because
Okay.
this ability is so helpful.
So, you've got your detect magic up still, I believe.
Yeah, she has it on.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You don't see anything abnormal. Just making sure. Shall I just assume you have it up at all times? For this.
For this, yeah, certainly.
Yeah, unless otherwise specified, just because of runes of the...
Like, obviously in social situations, having to set it back up every 10 minutes,
does it make sense? Yeah.
Yeah. But when we're dungeon crawling, yeah, I think
Okay,
that's
fine.
probably a safe assumption.
Okay. So you all make it down to the bottom. You can see the pathway before you, leading further downwards and into the cavern. It seems to get thinner again here, going to a one-person march. Do you want to go the same marching order as last time?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if I remember correctly...
So-
Should really just have kept it up here rather than move you guys, but oh well. So it was Sasha, Aurum...
Oh God, this is another slight incline.
Yes, it
Or is it-
is.
Alright. We'll just do this for now.
Queglod, I just think
That's
still
too
on
big.
me. Queglod?
So,
Well,
what did you say?
If we slip again,
Is,
this means that this one's going to be extra slick.
Orb still on me.
Chris, is the orb still on?
No, it's not.
No.
The orb's mission is complete. Goodbye, orb.
Okay, well, that's interesting.
Ah, okay.
When we get out of this, if it wasn't, you might want to follow up on what that was. If it wasn't the rats.
Yeah.
Well,
Just be on the lookout for traps. This place is flooded.
Okay. So, keeping your eyes out for traps and moving forward then?
Yeah, this time please everyone look out for traps.
Yeah, sure.
With everyone looking out for traps, Sasha's in the front, so she'll be the one doing the main check, and I will say, other than that, the rest of you can. But if Sasha fails, she'll be triggering a trap.
Can we
Rip
give her
Sasha.
advantage by looking?
Am I
Oh.
dying?
No,
Yep,
I rolled
you're
for
dying.
you, and you got a natural 20 for checking for traps.
This is why I don't roll.
So, Sasha, as you're moving forward with the rest of the
I
party,
guess I can see stuff.
Hmm?
Nothing.
as you're moving forward, you're looking about for traps. You don't see any traps down this corridor, which is weird. Queglod. From your distance, about 10 feet in front of you, or in 10 feet in front of Sasha, you can see what looks to be a warbling wall of magic.
Oh, hold up, Sasha.
What?
We've
Why?
got
Why?
something
What's up?
There's something up ahead.
Oh, is it some?
Seems to be some sort of wall magic.
Oh,
Can I get a sense of what kind of magic this is?
Illusion.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's to be expected. Yeah, there's some sort of illusion up ahead.
does someone want to just dispel it? Like, I just think that would be easier.
Well, I'm not doing it because I already had to use a spell back there, and
Well, I've had to use 2 spells to heal people.
They were first level.
you used
Shut
first
up,
level.
Chris.
I can touch you to heal you.
I don't have.
Please
so
rephrase.
So
No.
Queglod,
Um,
you
yeah,
want to
I
spell
can do
this?
it. It'll. Yeah, I suppose it's going to be an obstacle. I may as well get rid of it. Okay, I will cast Dispel Magic.
You cast Dispel Magic. The wall disappears.
Folds up.
Right. With my fantastic perception, do I now see any traps or?
Nope.
Okay. Well, everyone,
I'm letting
everything
the
seems-
natural 20 carry over. No, you don't see any traps.
what does the corridor look the same after this spell, or does it look different?
Looks the same.
I suspect it would be like we walk in there and then we go in. We then see weird stuff, or we get stuck in there.
Should we have Queglod further to the front so she can see better?
I'm happy to shuffle forward in the
Okay.
lineup. If that...
Still stay behind me because I still have the highest HP in defense.
Mhm.
1 spots or 2
Right.
spots? If you go 2 spots, I'll allow you also to make investigation checks. But this will put Aurum in 3rd.
Honestly, he should be next to Malcolm, or she should be next to Malcolm.
Okay.
Okay then.
Okay, rejigging your configuration and moving forward again. What are you doing?
We're checking for traps as we go along and looking out for anything cool.
Okay, investigation checks from Queglod and Sasha, now that we've got 2 people doing it. This is why I
Thank God
roll.
for Queglod. Yeah, Chris, do you want to just take over my roles?
No! If I want to do that, I'd be playing D&D, not being a TM. So, Queglod, what's your total?
22.
Okay.
Yep,
Moving
that'll do
forward,
it.
you notice a few things to begin with. One, the corridor up ahead seems to widen a little bit, and you can see that it curves off to the right and goes straight ahead, with what looks to be a central column in the middle. You can see above you, maybe about 15 feet ahead, you can see what looks to be a slight indent in the ceiling, and you can see what looks to be a slight recess on the floor. You can also see what looks to be a slight bump in the recess, probably suggesting a pressure plate. You can also see what looks to be a few more holes along the wall along this area. They're a little bit more well disguised, a little bit narrower.
Seems safe to me. Sure hope nobody stops me from walking forward.
The consideration in Queglod's voice is like,
Tum-ti-tum!
Are you going to stop
Yeah,
Sasha?
Hold on a moment. Yeah, hold on a moment, Sasha.
No, why? Oh, dreadfully unexpected.
Oh,
Okay, I'm being a bit.
yeah, it looks like we got something up ahead.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah,
Oh, by the way, do you still have the dancing lights up, or are you...
I mean, I could put them out if we want to in the safe.
I mean, at this point, I don't think it matters.
Yeah, just might as well
probably.
keep them.
Might as well
Okay.
see.
It's
Okay.
better if you can actually
If
see.
if you want, I could send a little light man to lead the pack.
Oh, actually, that's a thing. What if you put them all around that that little thing that's watching Rook? Or
One moment.
Bern.
It's
That's gone now.
It's no longer watching me.
Oh, okay. Is it watching any of us, Queglod?
Not that she can see.
No, appears to
Okay.
have disappeared.
All right then.
Sorry, my dog was sitting outside. You want me to blind it with my dancing lights?
It's not here anymore. Just do whatever you like with them.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to form them into the shape of a humanoid, and then I'm going to put it to the front of the pack, so that if something does happen, it'll be the first thing to get hit.
Okay.
I don't know what will happen when that happens, but you know...
It,
we
wa-
don't know.
But, you know, maybe some of these are based on sight and...
it,
and
ca-
the real
it casually walks forward, proceeds to move into the chamber. The light emits it a bit more. Do you want it to go straight on or to the right?
Queglod? Straight on would be over the bump, yes.
Oh, the bump's before that. It's already gone over it.
Okay.
Can you go over the pressure plate?
It's a light. It doesn't trigger. pressure
Yeah,
plates.
obviously.
If light had mass, that would ruin everything.
Technically, light does have mass, but only
It
it's
doesn't.
infinitesimally small.
Yeah, I was going to say if it had a lot of mass, it'd be a problem.
Crushed by the mass of the sunlight.
Anyway. So, what direction?
Queglod, you're going to call this because you know what the fuck's going on.
Queglod, this is your decision.
Oh, do I? This is the one decision I don't know.
Okay, which way looks more dangerous to Queglod?
Yeah.
Which
that's
one
a really
looks
good
safer?
question.
They look the same. They are tunnels that lead in two different directions.
Okay, I can't, tell any difference between these two, so... Why don't we head straight on?
Okay. The light heads straight on. After about 20 feet, it hits a wall. The light looks around. Are you going to give it more instructions?
Yes, give it the instruction. Do something.
I mean, actually, how far can Queglod see along this tunnel?
She can see all the way along. Looking at it from where the light's standing, it has a way to go to the right.
If it goes out of line of sight, what does it just stop?
If it goes out of line of sight, it can't move anymore. Yeah.
Right. I mean, Oh, wait, is it? Can you see? How far can you see down the other one, Queglod?
That is a good question. How far can I see down the other one, Chris?
This is you currently. Way to the right. Way to the right.
Ah, right.
Okay.
It's a very inaccurate
Anyway.
drawing, but
Anyway,
fine.
we should
There's a good-
we should just avoid all the traps in here. Point them out to us, Queglod, and how about you point out the lights to us, the issues to us, Queglod, and then Ghaakt here puts the points of light where we have to avoid.
That's a decent idea.
Oh, just be careful of more gas. We don't know where it can come from.
Everyone, hold
That
your
dog
breath.
comes to my
while
door
we
again.
move.
I'm not letting him in.
Just stop breathing. Lol. Don't do it, you will die.
Sasha, roll me a con check.
Hey, that I have a very high constitution. I can feasibly hold my breath for a long period.
Not one.
Well, it's a
Yeah,
13.
You can feasibly hold your breath for a long time.
Got a +5 con. You know, it's
You're good. So, what's the action here, guys?
Where's the
Um,
pressure plate?
About 15 feet in front of Sasha.
at the risk of bossing people about. Can we just Put the lights at the points that Queglod says
Yeah,
have traps and shit on them.
I'll try and call out as accurately as possible
Okay.
where the traps that I can see are, so that
Using the humanoid light,
Ghaakt
you
can
mark
lift it.
where the traps are. There is currently only one trap that you can tell so far, but that you're aware of, I should say, which seems to
Okay.
be that pressure plate on the
Right.
ground. And you
Right.
don't, and you can see now with the upper recess being a little bit more lit up, you can see that it goes up a little way where it's kind of hollow.
Maybe we want to. Sudz, do you think you'd be able to use your
Who's
earth
this Sudz
manipulation on
fellow?
that? I mean, Malcom. Yes.
Who's
think
this
you'd be able to
Sudz
use-
person?
I don't know. Do you think you'd be able to use your earth manipulation to close off that hollow in case it's like the other one?
Sure. Sure.
Awesome.
Okay. You go over. Are you going to reach up and you're going to close up the hollow on the top, or are you going to? How are you closing this up?
I guess that way, unless there's something over there that, unless there's like any trap or anything there I could trigger walking over to it.
Okay. You walk over to where the pressure plate is. You look up to smooth it over with Move Earth. You see, one, this is carved out stone, and two, there is a metal net currently holding what looks to be several boulders.
What if we were to use the size chart of small, medium, large, etc.? How big would these boulders be?
Small
Yes.
to medium, because they aren't large because they can't fit in the corridor otherwise. So they're small to medium. You gather that this is probably with the intent to bury the person who activates this.
Does it look like there's enough to, like, block the way through, or?
You can see about a 5-foot cube of them, and the surface of them. There could be more above it, but he's not sure. But currently not sure.
Chicken move earth is a cantrip, correct?
Yes. Old earth is a cantrip, but this is stone, where this has been carved out. The floor is earth, but the top is stone. Probably because
How big is the pressure plate? Can we jump over it?
You can jump over it, yeah. It's not like it's maybe about a foot in diameter.
Yeah, I mean that we can walk over that.
You can walk round it.
Or that.
I was gonna say,
Like-
walking over
Oh.
it is what you do to trigger it.
No, as in we can.
I know you
we
meant
could
step
get
like
over.
over.
Yeah.
Use that
Oh,
rather than
yeah.
walk over it, because
Just walk
Sasha
on top
walks
of it,
over it,
uh-huh.
triggers the trap on purpose.
I'm weightless. Watch this.
Okay. Okay. I say we go over that, and then we keep an eye out for traps on the other side.
Okay. So you're all making your way around the trap?
Sasha is.
Okay.
Should we,
Sasha, you
when
make
we're
your
on
way
the
around
other
the trap.
side, should we trigger it and try and trick them into thinking they got it?
Oh, well, do we know how much ground this trap covers? We know it's a net, but
Well, it's just the hole where the pressure plate is.
Well, it looks
I
good.
thought you mentioned something about a net.
Yeah. So
And that's holding the boulder.
So
Oh.
let me draw this for you. This is currently here, just so you're aware. So here's your corridor. There is a slight recess in the ground where there is a pressure plate, and then above it, for an unknown amount of distance, there is a net holding several boulders. There you go.
Are we still on a slope, or have we reached even ground now?
You're on a horizontal at this point.
Ah, okay.
So Malcolm,
Yes.
you still concentrating on conjure animals, or are you dispersing it?
I mean, I dispersed that once we got to the bottom.
Yeah, because the vultures can't fit through. Okay.
So are we walking around it?
I mean,
Round it, over it. What are you guys doing?
I'll just tiptoe around it.
Yeah, I'd say go around it.
Okay. Going round it. All of you avoid the trap. Doesn't seem to go off. None of you accidentally trigger it.
Activate it and make them think they got us?
Oh, would it block off the tunnel if we did? We don't know how many rocks are up there.
Yes, and we don't know if they can see us. So if we activate it, we might just be activating it. However, I will say I'm not opposed to.
Well, if we activate it and hide, we might have a chance to ambush them, since they might come looking.
All right, let's check this room for traps first, and then we'll set it off after. Okay?
Okay then.
Okay. You prepare yourselves as you proceed to look forward and look into the chamber. Sasha and Queglod again, making the investigation checks here.
Come on, lucky number something above 10. Okay, 10 at least is something.
So that's 9 versus
10 on my end.
9 and 10. Okay. Looking around the corner, you see that this area is in fact. Let me just do this. It's not square, but for the sake of this, it is. You see what looks to be a central column, and the area seems to connect to itself. Queglod, on this section here, you notice that the corner is affected by illusion magic, and Leng picks up that this is a illusory door leading to a onward area. This one is actually appearing as the wall.
Oh, so we definitely got to go through there then.
Okay. Well, we know the way.
How do I show that, since this is a side-on view?
Maybe ... or something.
Yeah.
Or like a separate.
Yeah,
or
just
like
put,
a separate.
yeah, just draw like the 2 lines and then a ... going straight down or something. Okay. So what do you guys do?
Oh, should we activate it or?
Right, everyone, keep your eye out for traps. We've missed a couple before, like that gas one. But I think we are good to activate the trap now. I whisper to my fellows.
Okay. Which trap is this? The boulder trap?
The boulder trap, yes.
Okay.
Now, how quickly can your spear move?
90 feet, so...
Pretty fucking quick then.
So zoom.
Okay.
I can zoom and then zoom back.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're doing that, okay. I'll say you activate. Oh, we'll see if you activate the trap.
Like it goes up to the trap with the back, taps it, and then moves back.
Okay. It taps it. Trap doesn't seem to activate.
Hold down a bit longer.
Holding down. Trap doesn't seem to activate.
All right. Bring that back. Give me a second.
Might only activate.
I cast Sacred Flame on it.
You watch as there's this small twinkling of fire that just begins to burn on the outside of the dirt, not doing anything.
I'm betting it's magic. It's a magical trap. It's only going to activate when something living is on there.
Yeah.
Oh, Felipe!
I'll be right back. I need
Do.
How fast is Felipe's flying speed?
I don't like bird cruelty. Isn't it kind of fucked that anything that would be funny if it happened to a dog or a cat is funny if it happens to a bird?
Man.
I like birds.
What if we...
Look, it's
Tie
an
a
immortal
rope around-
bird, okay?
I'll be right back. I need to take a quick break for my ears.
That's fine. I was going to say we're going to take a quick break in 7 minutes or so.
I mean, it's not immortal. I can bring it back.
Should we... I mean, we can tie a...
Basically immortal.
We
would
can
then
tie a
actually
rope around.
need to wait.
At the very least, it's only a demi-mortal.
Alternatively, we can tie a rope around me. I can go activate it, and then you guys pull me away.
No, we're much too
Soon as
incompetent for that.
We have
I
Rook.
mean, if
I'm
we
pretty
are
sure he
sending
can-
someone over to stand on it, it does make more sense to at least try using Felipe.
I mean, if you're willing to let Felipe do that, sure.
Remember, just have Felipe first of all fly through it, then
Also, does Felipe count as living?
maybe.
Um,
I know it eats nuts.
I'm back.
Biggest plot twist: Felipe is actually undead.
Felipe's technically living.
But only technically.
sort of
Yeah.
weird.
The
Yeah.
best kind of living, then.
Oh, you know what would be better? What if you, morph with Felipe and set yourself down on it and then fly away? That way you'll definitely be quick, you'll be smart enough to do it. And also, you can't die in that form.
Not technically true.
Okay, it's very fucking difficult for you to die in that form.
I'll give it a go at activating it, I guess.
So we need Soul of the Raven
Shall
and
we
activate
still
it
do the rope trick, or
on a bird. Well, you
Yeah.
gotta tie the rope around it. It can't move.
More like the tiny bit of string trick.
yeah, tie a noose around its head? I mean, what?
Pull back, Felipe. What are you gonna
Who
do?
wants lunch?
Yeah, I will morph into Felipe form, and then walk over next to the button, and then or panel or whatever, and then jump on, and then try and immediately
Fly
take
back.
off and fly off.
Okay. You jump on it. You jump off. Nothing seems to happen.
Motherfucker!
Alright.
They're doing
Alright.
some kind of reverse psychology on us.
Oh, fuck, you
Do
know
we
what?
really want to set this off?
No, guys, what if that, the thing in there, what if that trap over there sets off the stuff, in the little holes in the walls that you talked about earlier? That way, and that means that, and it's further in here, those activate and drop stuff on her, and it drops the boulders to block the way out, so we have to go through. Or you know what? Let's just go right ahead. Let's go through the illusion door and
Yeah, I'm
work
not
out
sure.
what the fuck's going on.
Trap. It's got to.
Hello?
Perhaps not as. Hello.
Sorry, I thought I DC'd then.
No.
Yes,
Yeah.
It hit 57 minutes past, and then everyone went quiet, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Just for safe measure, fuck BT.
Fuck BT. Okay, let's I say we just go try and move forwards to that illusion door. Obviously keeping our eyes out for traps, but I say we start the moving forward.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Because we've wasted enough time here already, and activating this just isn't worth this.
Moving around the central pillar. Same marching order as before. As you get
Mhm.
closer to the illusion
What
door,
was that at the edge of the pillar that was an illusion?
the corner here is an illusion, which Lang identified as a hidden door, because he rolled
Ah,
very well on his investigation for hidden doors. As
Good boy.
As you walk forward, Sasha, you feel a little bit of resistance against your toe. You look down and you see a bit of wire has snapped.
Ah, shit. I guess I'm gonna try and get down on the ground with my shields diagonally in front of me, so that anything coming from above or from the front will get blocked by it, and anything coming from the sides will, if it's too big, get like crunch the side of my shield rather than me initially.
Okay, the rest of you.
I guess get down, Hollows?
Yeah, I guess just duck.
Okay. Yeah. You will get down on the ground. As you do, you hit the ground, you kind of look around, skitishly seeing what's about to happen. Nothing happens.
Do we still have the lights?
Do you?
It would suck if we hit the ground and then a trap door opened up.
Do we still have the lights? There might be more gas.
Yeah, they're still here.
Yeah, the lights are still there. You can't see any gas, and magic-wise, you can't see anything other than the door, as well.
Either they're really bad at making traps, or this is some kind of long call.
I don't fucking know anymore.
What do you do?
I'm gonna slowly crawl my way. Have we gone through the secret door yet?
No.
Okay, yeah, I thought so.
You're still in the central chamber, like half
I'm
of
gonna-
you have gone prone on the ground, like
gonna
waiting to see
quickly
what would happen, and then Sasha's
I'm
there
gonna-
in defense position, and then
I'm
everyone
gonna
else is like, "What's going on?"
I just sort of, like tabbed out for a second. I'm gonna quickly Photoshop some stuff up because imagine these guys are gonna be debating setting off this trap for a while, and I was right. All right, I'm gonna slowly but surely crawl over to the door and give it a nudge.
Okay. Your hand passes through the wall.
Whoa!
It doesn't come back.
You put it back in the system. No.
Ah!
You pat around on the ground. It's dirt.
Alright. I'm gonna stick my face through.
Okay.
Just the front part.
You stick your face through. Make me a perception check.
Ever seen season 3 of My Hero Academia? Spoilers.
You see 4 spears looking at you.
Okay.
10.
You poke your head through. You look on the other side. There are a few things you note. 1, your light doesn't seem to pass through the door for one reason or another. And 2, about 5 feet away from where you placed your hand, there's another tripwire.
Huh. That was lucky. Okay, so there's another tripwire in there. In the first 5 feet, it seems to be solid ground. Do you want to go in?
Well, if we found the first, presumably the first of many traps, then I guess we can keep moving.
I wouldn't call this the first. I think this is more like the third, or maybe the fifth.
Well,
They might be
First
using
it's-
these tripwires
The
to
slope counts as a
use
trap.
those-
Considering that the only people who didn't fall down are the ones who could fly.
Hmm.
They might be
the
using
most
the
effective trap
tripwires
yet.
as locators to where we are.
Yes, I was just thinking that. Oh, who's gone?
I lost
Oh,
us.
Okay. Wasn't there a non-illusory way out of this pillar room?
Nope.
Okay.
No, there were 2
Then
exits to the right, which both circle round the pillar.
Okay. Well, in that case, let's just sort of move through. Let's move through and avoid and step over that tripwire.
Alright. Moving through, stepping over the tripwire, you proceed to do so.
Looking for more traps, please.
Okay. Make me a perception check. Or no, not perception. Investigation check, please, Sasha and Queglod.
Okay. Okay.
Assuming-
Can I not be at the front for this? Who has anything in intelligence?
No one.
The one who just DC'd.
The one who
let's
left.
see.
The one who just DC'd.
My intelligence is 0. Well,
Mine's
the
better
modifier is
than
0. My
mine.
Okay. Sasha, you're going first, and as you go through the door, you see the tripwire 5 feet in, you step over it, and Queglod, just as you poke your head through to have a look around, you see Sasha's about to step on a tripwire. Sasha, I'd like you to make me a dexterity saving
What
throw.
did I just say?
If you succeed, you will not step on it.
Okay. Is this just a normal deck save?
Yep.
Can I note the DC beforehand?
Whoops.
Nope.
No.
I can tell you it's not 2. As you step on it, there's a...
Motherfucker. I do the same thing as before. Crouch down, shield up.
Okay. You crouch down, shield up. You wait a moment. Nothing seems to happen for a moment. Queglod, you notice as this happens, you watch as the wire that was behind which Sasha's kind of crouching slightly over because of the pressure plate being there, the wire seems to be moving ever so quickly. As it does so, you hear a on the right side of the wall next to you. And as this occurs, you hear what seems to be a snapping sound. Okay.
Oh, no.
Jeez.
Queglod and Sasha, you are separated from the party as the wall behind you where the illusory door is collapses and they all jump backwards.
Question. Is it like boulders again, or is it like earth, or what?
It seems to be boulders, yeah. As you two are on the other side of the door, everybody else, you are in that column room, and you don't, and you see these boulders as you hear a rumbling, and you just watch as boulders fall down where the illusory door is. You also notice the boulders here also collapse, sealing you in this room.
Whoops.
So, what would you like to do? As you
Don't worry,
you
guys,
six,
I've got this.
You hear on the other side.
Alright, Rook, start going ham on those boulders.
Rook goes over, begins to swing a great axe at the boulders.
Hey, it's a very magical great axe. Come on.
That's true.
Oh.
That is, however, a natural 4 as he proceeds to try and slice into the boulders and fails to do so. The lights that are still with you, you're going to use Mold Earth, okay? You go to use Mold Earth. As you do, you don't seem to be getting anywhere. You're pulling chunks out, but it seems to be filling itself in.
Great.
And looking around the room, as the lights are still here, you can see the room is now filling with this red gas from the bottom up.
Ah, fuck.
This room, where's the gas coming from?
The bottom.
Okay, Queglod, I'm going to do something, and it's a little bit, iffy.
Those of you who can't see that, you've got 10 minutes. This is a timed challenge.
Oh,
Okay,
fuck.
I'm going to be using Fabricate to mold these rocks
What's the
into
cast
an
time?
arch. 10 minutes.
Okay. In such a case, you proceed to cast Fabricate. Rest of you, what are you doing?
Well, I'm going to be working on a plan B.
Alright, I'm gonna...
I mean,
It's not that we don't trust you. It's that we don't trust your immediacy.
no, you don't know I'm doing this. You can't hear me. You're
No.
just hearing
Are there
from-
holes where the gas is
You have no idea.
Can I dimension door
Are
through
there
this?
holes where the gas is coming from?
No.
So it's coming in through some nondescript place. Maybe there's something in the dirt that's producing it. Instead of it being flowed in, it's just naturally occurring inside.
Well, we should still be working on opening up the thing, so...
Yeah,
Can
so
I
what are you doing?
dimension?
You
enhance
can
it.
Dimension Door if you want, but you've only seen a portion of the tunnel. So you could, but there's a chance you'll end up teleporting into the same space as Sasha or Queglod. If you end up hitting Sasha, it cancels her spell. But you don't know she's
Oh, wait,
casting.
are we separated on the
Yeah.
sides of this wall?
You're separated. There is a pile of rubble, and Rook is still going at it. I'll give him another.
No,
roll.
I meant like outside on the
Can
other side of this
I'm
rubble
gonna
here.
enhance ability his strength and then actually use his hands to take the rocks and throw them away instead of
Okay.
just slashing at them like every time.
Okay, he uses his hands and proceeds to pull some of the rubble away. However, the large chunks seem to have fallen down in such a way that they seem to just replace themselves. As the majority of this room is stone and earth, quite a lot of it seems to be almost intentionally collapsed in like this.
Okay, here's a question. Is it possible for me to dimension door the rocks? Before you say anything, you did let me dimension door that giant-ass snowball that one time, but that may have been just for fun.
Yes. One, it was for fun, but two, you can only take one other thing with you. So you can take one of the rocks, but not all of them.
Heck.
You
Here's
just got to find the command rock. And...
The head rock.
Okay, Sasha, at
The
this point, 2
load-bearing
minutes have passed of you casting Fabricate.
Can we see the hole where the rubble keeps coming down from?
Yes, it's above you, and it just looks like it's a collapsed-in section of the cavern above, as if it's been hollowed out and placed to continue collapsing.
They've got to run out of rocks eventually.
Yeah, Rook is
We
still
don't know how
going.
big it is, though.
This is out of character, but could Rook like hold up the rock and let people like?
Unfortunately
swerve through?
not. Again, these are small to medium-sized rocks, so if he held up 2, others would just fall down around him and encapsulate him.
Right.
So, what are you doing?
I don't have.
Maybe try and find out. I'd honestly say like look around for where the gas is coming from and try and work it out like around the room.
I mean,
That way you get more time. That is something.
If you want to make a more thorough investigation, you can. But I'll need to know where, because the gas is filling up from the bottom up.
I'm gonna take a. I want to look. What's this?
It's a column.
Okay, I'm taking a look around the column.
Okay. Make me an investigation check.
Oh, one.
You see around the column what looks to be rough stone just going up, and you can see what looks to be a little bit of a run of like orange and water that seems to have dripped down from above. As you look around the area around this, there doesn't seem to be anything of interest or note in this area.
Is there any way to cover up the hole that the rubble's coming from?
Unless you've got something like stone shape now. Sasha, as it reaches the 5-minute mark of you casting, you're watching as the gas begins to leak out of the rubble where you guys are.
That's fine. That as long as because it's going to be going into a larger area, it's going to reduce down.
Yep.
Might even give them a bit extra time.
I could shatter the rocks, but I don't think it would help. It seems too destructive and could make things worse.
The chamber's getting full. I'd say at this stage it's probably getting up to your shoulders. So anybody of a small variety or smaller is going to have difficulty. Orum's just get to the point where she's going to need to hold her breath. The rest of you are going to need to do that soon as well. Rook at this point where he's digging through, he realizes that if he has to hold his breath, digging isn't going to be a very viable option. Queglod, are you doing anything? You see Sasha casting a spell? You gonna do anything here?
Yeah, I don't want to interfere with the spell, but let me just...
Am I allowed to say say a few couple words to Queglod whilst I'm casting this?
I'll allow it because you've got Warcaster.
Okay.
But
Queglod.
I'll say not a massive
There's-
sentence.
Queglod asks, find a way whole.
Sorry, my connection's not very good.
No, that was
Queglod?
him stuttering the words
Oh,
on purpose.
Right. Okay, but I...
Very convincing.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was, but I have
Harlan's
no
very
idea
good. Anyway.
what...
Make a fucking hole, Queglod.
Okay. If it's not going to distract you, I will begin trying to use Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Just finger gun the
You
rocks.
begin to cast Eldritch Blast. Go ahead and make me two
Try
attack
and
rolls.
focus. Yeah, I'll try and focus all the.
Yeah.
shots
Rest of you,
on
what are you doing?
1 point.
You said we needed like what stone shape to cover up the thing?
If you've got it, yeah. At this point, where it reaches the 2.5 minute mark, you guys are gonna need to hold your breath. So I'm gonna need
I'm
con
gonna
checks
ask you
from everybody
something
in the
on
room.
this way real quick.
I'm still looking around everywhere for
Okay.
where
Yeah.
gas is coming from.
Okay. I'd still like con checks from everybody in the room. So, Rook's fine.
Yeah, should we place it?
Fine.
Oh, who's okay? Yeah. All right.
Bern and Ghaakt,
B.
I'd like you to hold your breath. B's fine.
That's B. This is Orm.
Am I rolling for
Oh,
that?
look
Was
at
that
this for Chris.
Constitution?
Orm, who's
I
lower.
guess Orm failed.
Orm, who's lower to the ground. I believe Orm has a decent con. Orm, who's lower to the ground, had to hold her breath sooner. So this means if you don't get out within that 10 time limit, Orm's gonna fall unconscious and then start suffocating.
Like I said, I'm still looking around for where the gas is coming
Yeah.
from.
So make me another investigation check. Ghaakt, you're
Chris,
fine.
look
with-
at this.
Yep.
Yep, that's
That's 18, motherfucker.
Of
potentially. As you begin to investigate, the fog has the mist has become thick and you can't see through it.
I think we should mainly focus on getting out of here.
You hear that muffled as he's holding his breath.
That a yes or no, Chris?
With that, you can try.
Alright. I'll cut my palm open and...
Gross.
You watch as Bern cuts his palm open. You watch as this thick, gelatinous red slime climbs out, and you watch as it extends out its arms into these two large, kind of widened platforms, and proceeds to slide them in between the rocks on the upper area. The rocks become a little bit more suspended, and as Rook continues digging, you see that it doesn't seem to be refilled. However, Blood is taking damage from holding all this up. Sasha, at this point, you can see what looks to be rocks falling away from behind, and as you're making the Eldritch Blast, you are blasting a few rocks apart into general rubble. The gas seems to be flowing out of the chamber a bit more heavily and towards you, Sasha, as you're casting the spell.
Get in, quick!
Can we get in?
Don't have to tell me.
The hole at the top is maybe wide enough for Queglod to get through, but you still need to keep working on it. And as Rook continues to do so, the Fabricate spell completes.
I can hold it off for longer if I want to, and I'm going to wait for them to get through, and then I'm going to close it.
Okay. The Fabricate spell completes. As it occurs, the rubble is drawn up into a large archway sealing the area above. The mist continues to flow in. Orm is on the point of losing her breath. You are still in the chamber filled with gas.
I'm gonna help lead Orm out.
Okay.
Get everyone through.
Okay, so you're pulling your way through here.
Rook, stop holding up the line.
I can't move Rook, it's not my fault. Alright. Moving through, you proceed to make your way out into this next corridor. The gas is flowing behind you and seems to be travelling past your feet into a slightly wider and open chamber. As you reach this point, Queglod, you see what looks to be another one of those orbs floating behind Bern. Just above the back of his head at this point.
No,
Right.
damn it.
The gas is much lower here because it's spreading out over an area, right?
Giving Orm priority to get out, Orm will be able to take a breath again. Yeah. So at this point, you're all out of suffocation range, but the gas isn't stopping.
Okay, everyone move past me. I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to start moving the rubble that was blocking it from back there back towards it, so that I climb over and then start using it to like block it up as best I can on our way out.
Okay, you move back in. You begin to push the rubble.
Obviously, I'm making sure I'm on the outside side until I can fit. Until I have to make at the point where it's going to be impossible for me to pass through again.
Okay.
So,
You hear what sounds to be a tsh, tsh, as you're beginning to move the rubble.
Okay.
It's okay.
Well-
I book it through it and like go make my way through.
You book it through.
Back to the corridor, obviously.
Back to the corridor. I was looking at the rest. You're all waiting there. You moving? What are you doing?
Well,
So where does it go?
Move.
Looking forward, the corridor seems to go forward a ways. Sasha,
Things going to collapse.
as you hear a as the gas behind you ignites.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
With a rush of air and with
Can I try and use my shield to block the
I'm gonna say
that's bad.
this is too late with you guys being here. As the rush of flames rushes through this corridor and all of it ignites, all of you get hit by this. However, because you're only in half gas, you take half damage. Sasha, on the other hand, was inside of here booking it out, so you're going to take a bit more damage, but you're resistant, so oh well. Alright.
Oh no, blowback. It's like in that movie, blowback.
Oh no. You all take 12 points of fire damage, except for Sasha, who takes 15, halved to 7. Unless anybody else is resistant to fire. As the fire rushes past, the gas ignites and ends.
Fire.
You're resistant to fire, that's right, because you're a tiefling. And B is vulnerable to fire, or is B just...
B is
He's
not
also flying, though.
Yes, B
B
is
is
also
not
flying, so
vulnerable
yes, B
to
would
fire.
not be hit by this.
Chris, it appears
I
that
believe blue is
Chris, it appears that I no longer have the ability to alter my character sheet. Hang on, let me try something.
Go to your overlay. I
Hang
may
on, let me try something.
have modernized it. I modernized a few people's character sheets and I made it so that you couldn't change the HP on the core page, you can only change it on the overlay. No, your sheet isn't protected, so I don't know what it is.
Yep. I still got the problem for some reason, even though I switched to my other email, which... No, I cannot edit the protected cell or object. Please contact the spreadsheet owner to remove the
Which
protection
cell
if you
is
need it. Health. 69.
On there.
On the overlay, yes.
And how much damage should I take?
Half, so you take 6.
Chris, can I just type -12 to have it do the thing, or is it not that advanced?
Typing minus, it's not an equals formula, so unfortunately not.
Frick.
Nothing is protected here.
That's
Oh, wait,
curious.
No, there is. Your health is protected because I remember you saying you wanted to you used your core sheet anyway, but I can change that.
Well, I tried the core sheet and that didn't work either. That was the first thing I tried. That. Yep, that's still protected. I don't know what's going on here.
Why is that protected?
Okay, that one's not protected, of course. It's just, well, menacing is gone now. Can't I do that for what? Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't know why my health is protected.
Hold on, let me. Which one do you want to change your HP on? Is it overlay or core?
Which one is the one that has all the math and stuff on it?
No,
if you want me to do it on overlay, I'll just do it on overlay.
Okay. I'll get rid of the one. I'll get rid of the protection on overlay then. Okay. So, what are you guys doing at this point then? It just rushes by. The area around you doesn't seem to be. There you go. You should be able to edit it now.
Still cannot. What the hell?
You should be able to now. Try clicking on it again.
There we go.
There you go. Looking at it, or looking at the cavern around you, it seems to be the gas seems to have dissipated, and you hear the same from behind you in the previous room.
Seems that we're up against some sort of wise guy.
Also,
Some sort
I
of
don't wish
melee trickster.
I don't want to alarm you, but you're being watched again, Bern.
If we are, we might. Should we try and dispel it?
I'll do it.
Okay, feel free.
Go.
I'm going to dispel magic on this thing.
At what level?
I guess I'll just do it at the basic level 3.
Alright, roll me a d20 and add your charisma modifier. Okay.
19 plus.
Alright, plus 5.
Yeah.
Or no, plus 4. Either way,
Yeah.
You cast a spell magic, there's a sound.
Yeah, basically what happens is that Ghaakt takes out the little feather that they have tucked in their hair, and they just sort of like pop it like a bubble.
Alright. It's gone. The corridor continues on from here, seeming to lead into just a flat area. a flat corridor going forward. Again, this one is a 2 wide person. You keep going, or
Looking out for traps, though.
investigation checks from the 2 who are walking in front. You can change your
Oh, we
marching
got-
order up here if you
yes,
want to. You
that's-
have the ability to do so. I'm not stopping you guys.
Do we want to change, or are we keeping the same?
It depends. Do we want to stick my light man at the front again?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't want to be up front anymore because I make terrible investigation checks, and even if you have 0 in intelligence, you're better than me.
I guess I'll go in front.
Okay, as long as Sasha's close to the front, because
Yeah. I'll be third, I suppose.
Sasha and Will can switch places, I guess.
All right.
No. I'm front. I'm at the front.
No, you're. Oh, up there. Okay, I'm looking at the map.
Yeah, no.
No, this is just the shamble of you guys running it.
Yeah.
It's good if Malcolm's at the front because if the shit hits the fan, he can just turn into a giant mole and dig us a new way out.
No, I can't. But actually,
Yes, I can. One more time.
It's 2 by 2 now, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a 2 by 2,
One
so he
more.
can turn into a giant mole here.
Hmm.
Okay. You continue to travel on with this. Make me investigation checks, Queglod and Malcolm.
Come on, smarty
9.
pants.
that's an 8 total.
Wow.
Okay. Looking forward, you going first, Malcolm. You keep walking.
For hilarity's sake, can I roll and see if I get a 20?
Go for it. That was a terrible roll. Please roll properly rather than just pressing it once.
That was close.
Okay. Looking about. Can't see any traps. Keep walking forward. You scan the area. You hear a tsh, and you look
Yeah.
around.
Fuck's sake.
You look around. Can't see anything.
Wait, what did we hear?
And I'd like you to make perception checks, please. I'd say the 3 who are at the front, excluding Aurum. Oh, Aurum's 4th anyway, so that's fine. So perception.
Alright.
Now, perception, this I can do.
And Queglod?
Yes, nat 20.
17.
Okay.
There you go.
Queglod?
For perception, that should be what, +3, so it's gonna be an 18.
Okay. Sasha, you're the only one who hears this. Far, far off down the end of the corridor, you hear a ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling of a bell.
Oh no, we're being invaded.
No! Oh, these are attached to bells, and that's how they know where they're coming from. Okay. Okay.
Ingenious.
Constantly keep stepping on it.
Wait, what's attached to what?
Dur, dur, dur.
What
Okay.
did I not get
Just
here?
snaps the string, grabs it, and just pulls it back and forth like a saw.
Yes.
Everybody, grab a tripwire. Dingle your hearts out.
They'll never know.
Alright, so.
Dingle, 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 dingle.
So, you've set off what seems to be a bell trap of some kind.
I don't know, honestly. Dingle, dingle, dingle. No,
Stop saying that.
Right. How can we use this? Well, if it stands to reason that, Why don't we just hold the 2 parts of the wire and then cut it, let people go past, and then tie them together again?
It already went off.
What? Yeah.
I know, but
It's
like,
already gone
I
off,
mean
so-
the future one.
I mean, the wire already snapped because he stepped through it.
Okay. Also, what if we go? What if Queglod? You're down. You're low down to the ground. Could you sort of kneel down and see if you can see any more tripwires along the way? Just sort of shuffle.
Sound of disgust.
Or better yet,
Fuck,
the...
that's actually a really good idea. Actually, no, I'm going to turn into a bird actually to do that, because then I'll be even lower to the ground.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna go to the loo while you do this. If you guys want to take a quick break.
Yeah, okay.
I fucking hate traps.
Same. We need Elzian to be smart. And he can
Why
see
did we leave? Right
Next
before
time the
this?
suggestion comes up to have an underground adventure, say no.
Yeah, yeah. To be fair, the Urman Ravine one is
To be
also
honest, the ravine is even more underground.
Yeah. It's like there's a lot of undergroundedness.
More like the Dawn Splunkers.
Oh, that sounds wrong. The Dawn Splunkers.
I mean, if we do end up getting stuck, I can teleport us back to
Yeah.
Adamant.
Yeah, that's fine. We always have that out as long as we can get, what is it, 10 minutes?
As long as I don't use my 5th level spell slot.
Yeah. And, Will, didn't you take it as well?
Huh?
Didn't you take Teleportation Circle as well?
No,
Okay.
I don't have 5th level.
What?
I'm back.
Wait, are you not a full bard?
No, I'm full bard. Wait, do I have a 5th level spell?
You should if you're full
You
bar.
should have a 5th level spell. We went through
Oh,
them.
that's weird.
Yeah.
If you didn't, then that's not my fault, because I did tell you to go through them.
Huh.
The character sheets aren't automatic all the time. Oh, I know what it is. Try upgrading your level to 9.
Oh.
That way you've got an additional spell slot, and you would have the 5th level spell.
And his proficiency would have gone up.
And your proficiency would have gone up, yes. So
Oh,
all
gee,
of your
I thought we
skills
were level
would
8
have-
last time.
No, you leveled up at the end of the festival, like I said when I went through with all
Yeah,
of you
that's
and
the
said
one we were talking about.
Yeah, to level 9.
level 9.
What the fuck? I said I was saying level 8 that whole time and you never corrected me.
I don't remember, but either way, you're level 9 now.
Everyone makes
It
mistakes.
does say
and
level 9, so what the fuck?
Also, your proficiency isn't automatic. That's weird. Copy that. That would change a lot. There you go.
I mean, you say that, it's not like I've been rolling poorly.
No, I know, but it means all of your expertise go up by 2, and it means all of your other untrained skills go up by 1 because of Jack of all trades. So it means you no longer have any negatives in anything.
Cool.
So, what do you guys do?
We don't have any illusion. Is there any way to make them think that we've gone through? But
I think I just didn't take a 5th level spell. Oh, Oh wait, yeah, 1.
but they're using bells to alarm
Oh,
to
yeah,
where
it's there. I
we're
just didn't
supposed
put
to
anyone
be
in.
soon, right?
I believe so.
Oh, I have Song of Rest now.
You have Song of Rest level 2.
So, what I'm thinking is, what if is the surrounding stone or dirt?
Surrounding this area is dirt. You seem to have transitioned from stone into dirt. Welcome to the session where I say fuck BT. What did you do?
And then like
Oh
it came up
god.
with Donald Trump with a picture of his face in my search bar, and I was just like, ugh.
I don't... Why is there a spell called Awaken which lives me gives rocks intelligence? Oh wait, no. No intelligence score. Wait. Yeah, no intelligence score. Okay, so yeah, I can give plants greater intelligence, but no. I'll
Also
take
some-
dominate. I'll take
Also,
dominate
some
please.
dumb animals.
Have we got everyone here?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Hmm. Ooh, mass cure wounds. Anyone got that?
I've got it.
Alright.
Got it prepared as well.
So,
I
I haven't confirmed from everybody that they're here. I've heard like 3 of you talk.
Yeah,
Infernal
I'm.
and Sudz.
Sudz are here.
Oh, I remember the discussion
Yeah,
we had
they are.
now.
Yet
'cause
they
mem-
do not speak.
Mhm.
Sudz, I can understand.
Yep,
Infernal.
I'm here.
I don't know if Simon's here.
I'm
He
here.
might have.
Yep, Simon's here. Alright, we
Yeah,
got
we're
everyone
all-
here.
We're all here.
Okay, cool. So, what did you last hear?
No idea.
Other than fuck me too.
You all do. Whilst you're doing
Taking
that,
a
we'll
break.
take a break.
Yeah.
Then you pretty much died right after. No. Sorry. What? I can't remember where we are without being able to see it. Yes, we're currently in the hallway and we did the dingle dingle.
Yes, you're currently in the hallway. And you can
Queglod
see
was
forward.
becoming small.
Queglod was becoming a raven and going to move forward.
Mhm.
So, considering what's happening, I'm going to imagine that they're probably above us.
Well, not necessarily. Remember, the gas came up from the floor.
That's true, but also the rocks fell from the ceiling.
Yeah, because they were connected to net.
And how did the net fall?
Because it was connected to a tripwire.
The tripwires are for locating us, not for setting off traps.
Apart from the ones that are.
Yeah, but wasn't that one outside?
Well,
of
they
the
can have
room where it would
multiple
trap you?
purposes.
Oh,
They can connect it to multiple things.
Yeah. Things can do two
It's
things.
like that trap went off when you hit the tripwire that was over here, right?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
That's dumb. They've already left the room.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't. He set off the trap for the on the pressure plate that he pressed, but the pressure plate caused it to collapse behind him.
Oh, the pressure plate did it. That makes more sense.
Oh, there was a. Oh, you said tripwire, but I thought.
Yeah, no, the pressure plate caused the tripwire to move. It wasn't a tripwire. It was a wire that just went across that caused you to step over and miss the pressure plate.
Right. Okay, I think what was happening.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's as if they're intelligent. Oh no!
Shut up,
but-
it's
As
rat
if
people,
they're
they're dumb.
bastards.
It's as if they're annoying fucks.
all of the above. So, what is your next? So, Queglod, are you moving forward on the ground as a bird? Are you flying? Are you?
I'm moving forward on the ground as a bird.
Okay.
Hopefully being low enough to
Give me an investigation
under
check.
tripwise. There we go.
19 plus stuff.
Plus
Alright.
6, so to
Okay.
25.
Going forward, you see no more traps, and with your detect magic, you sense no more magic. You sense no magic either, which is worrying, because your friends are wearing magical items.
Ow.
Fuck. Okay.
As you look around in your bird form, you see tiny specks of magic floating, and then they seem to like fade in and out like twinkles.
Do I know of any effects that could do something like this?
Make me an Arcana check.
There seems to be some sort of like suppression or something.
It's you know of spells that can do this, such as Nysteel's magic aura or other things that block divination. There are spells of either a low enough level or of a certain level that basically cause magic to give off a false reading. You get the sense that whatever these tiny twinkles are, they are the indicator that you are currently under the effect of that.
Okay. Making sure that I'm not like directly next to any tripwires, I'm going to turn back into human form.
Okay. There don't seem to be any tripwires, and as you just stand up, you're fine.
Okay. There's some sort of effect that's blocking my ability to detect magic.
Try casting an Eldritch Blast against the wall, or just calling one into your hand. See if it's all magic or if it's just that.
Okay, I will Eldritch Blast a bit of wall that
Offends me.
I assume I've been like a bit ahead of the rest of the party, right? There should be a part where I've already checked that isn't.
It isn't going to set anything off.
Yeah.
You coil the Eldritch Blast in your hand, you fire it out, it hits the wall, disperses, there's a kind of an explosion as a portion of the wall falls down in small dust chunks to the ground around. Yeah, your Eldritch Blast works.
Okay.
Right. Can you pull back and away from that area and see if you can sense anything from the outside at all, if you're paying attention?
So how do you mean? So.
As in, can you step away from the magic stuff that's floating around, and try and examine it from outside of its effects? Or is it completely covering all of us, or is it only in that area? Or that's yeah.
I mean, I can keep going back until
you can't see it
to normal again. I'd need, I guess, one of you to come with me as a frame of reference. But
yeah, sure.
Reference to what?
Is this going back into the room you were just in with the column, or is this going?
No. This is going back. I was thinking these specks of magic that are around, right?
You can't see them.
Okay, that Queglod supposedly can see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This entire adventure is Queglod's acid trip in the tavern.
Can she not? If it's that, Chris, I swear to God.
Hey, it might be my way of dismissing a TPK if things get bad.
I swear to God that I would love you so much, Chris. Yeah, Simon, just come back to us and see if you can't get out of the magic dampening fog or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, you'll wait here. I'll head off back, and I'll turn back into bird form.
But what do you even mean, turn back into bird form? You're
That's his Queglod's true form is bird.
Okay.
Okay, so where are you headed? Are you headed?
Not. We've been going down the. How long have we been going down the corridor?
Well, we're sort of still near.
None of the rest of the guys have moved. You've probably gone maybe half a minute down of hopping at bird speed, so not that far.
Okay,
They're still within vision, but they can't see you.
Basically, just work out where the end and beginning of it is.
Yeah, okay. I will back up towards them and see if things turn back to normal.
Okay. You get within about 10 feet of them, and you can see their magic once again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can you well, okay, let's. What? Oh, what did you find, Queglod? I just realized you haven't actually been talking to us in character. Okay.
Yes. Right. I did tell you there was something
Hinky. Right.
blocking magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
It seems that from about here onwards, I can't see any magical auras. There's something suppressing them. All I can see is sparks.
Can Sasha try and look for these sparks?
I'm going to say even with a natural 20, you wouldn't see them.
Okay. Then can I try and think if I know of any sort of magic that could cause this?
Make me an Arcana check.
Don't worry, Chris. I have a -1. I'm not going to learn anything.
Magic. You know of some magics that do block certain things like this or cause false results to be given. Again, there's no way of differentiating which one it is because of the
They all
nature of
do
it. Because they all do
thing.
basically the same. It's just a slightly different reading each time.
Yeah. Okay.
And either way, it's a negative on you.
Hmm. Hmm. Could just go for a barrel rush through it. I suspect if we tried to dispel magic that dispels magic, that it might not work quite that great. Although it did only affect spell magic. Oh. No, it didn't. It only affected divination magic. So it might not affect dispel magic, which is.
I mean,
something.
I dispelled that thing pretty handily.
Yeah, yes, you did dispel the little divination bubble very well.
Yeah, but what are we gonna use the dispel on? We might just waste it.
Exactly. That's what I'm worried about, is wasting it. Right. Honestly, if you want me to just walk forward until something happens so that we can work out what's going on, I'd be more than happy with that.
I mean, we could do that. They're definitely hiding something, because, you know.
Or alternatively, Malcolm can just use mold earth and we can slowly dig a tunnel around.
That's what you want me to do.
That necromancer's gonna be so pissed if we die in here. Come, Dawn Seekers have been waiting for you. Still
Been waiting here.
But the Dawn Seekers died to a bunch of more.
What a bunch of fucking losers.
These are your heroes to save the day.
The
They got caught
heroes
and
to
died
save
by
the world
rats.
died to traps.
He's not a hero, he's a very naughty boy.
They died to traps. Just like Liam, he died as he lived.
Oh my god.
If only he was here to hear that. Anyway. So what are you doing?
But so all of our magic items seem like they're not magical.
Yeah, until Queglod gets within 10 feet of you, and then they all become magical again.
Okay. Interesting. Wait. Oh, so I guess it might reduce the range of detect magic.
Wait, hang on. I'm gonna move back further into the corridor.
Okay.
The magic items a bit normal again?
Wait, what's this, going back into the corridor where the things are, or?
Just far in enough that they,
Queglod,
Further than
whilst you were
10
in
feet
there, could
away
you sense
from
any
us.
of your magical items?
Hmm?
Whilst you were in there, could you sense any of your magical items?
well, I was in bird form, but
Okay,
can I
but then,
sense any of my magical items?
You can sense your magical items if you're you.
if she's
Okay.
in the bubble.
Can't you move further than 10 feet away from us and see if our things are magic?
Yeah, so if I move away from where you guys are standing now, their items will appear not,
You watch as their items appear normal and they are non-magical. You also watch as your items appear normal and non-magical.
okay.
Okay, so
So yeah, it's straight up.
Yes, just
divination.
It's a region.
yeah.
Okay.
So, what's the plan?
Sasha goes through. I'm sorry, but like, okay, unless Malcolm wants to do the digging thing, I'm just gonna charge through.
The digging could take hours.
Well, I mean, it takes 6 seconds per 5-foot cube.
Yeah. You don't know how long this corridor is.
Yeah.
And if you want to go round, then you're going to have to go round, which is out. And you don't know how wide this spell or effect extends either.
Yeah. Fuck it then. I'm going through it. I'm just gonna go through it, yeah.
So, Sasha's first in the marching order.
Yep. I'll tell you lots if it's safe and how to avoid things if I hit anything.
Okay.
Good luck.
So Sasha's walking forward. Anybody else following?
To clarify, I should say, I'm not walking forward. I'm going to be crawling, and I'm going to be looking out for anything that comes nearby. Preferably with very widely spread weight, so that and like arms and legs, so that if all else fails, I can try and like splay my hands onto and catch an edge of something if there's like a trap door or anything.
Yeah. Okay. Shuffling forward, slowly but surely, you watch as Sasha goes forth on her belly. Not very fast, but goes forward. The rest of you are just watching this?
Yeah.
I guess I'll
You want me to float up ahead on my spear and look down to see if I see anything?
Oh, that little shit.
Going above the tripwire.
There are no tripwires up ahead. There was the one that was triggered earlier, which Sasha triggered, and you are all standing next to and staring at if you're not doing anything.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
this might have
I'd
been
say
because of
we
all my
should-
dingles.
Yeah, I'd say we should keep moving.
I assume the bell stopped after the thing snapped.
Yeah. It did maybe like 5 dingles and then it stopped. So, I need to know marching order if you're moving forward. Currently, Sasha's moving forward. Sasha, you're gaining distance on the rest of your party. They're slow. They haven't figured it out. Slow and steady wins the race.
I mean, I guess we're following.
Yeah, we're following. Who's going next? Me or? It
I'll
should be
go.
decent perception, so.
Rook pushes past.
Okay.
Because I'm fed up. If
On
you
your
guys win.
bellies, everyone.
Nope.
I'm calling this back. Rook,
Rook's
do it
Dark
for no
Soul-
ice cream.
Rook's Dark Souls rolling between the walls. Alright, fine. He's on his belly, going across the ground.
So,
I
alright.
shouldn't be the one moving the.
I know you shouldn't be the one moving these, but people aren't moving their tokens, so... Okay, so
I
Orem,
want-
B,
Yeah.
Orem, B, and Will
Well,
are
I
standing...
can't move my tokens right now.
Oh, right,
so
because
someone's
you
gonna do it for
DC'd.
me.
So,
Yeah.
so Sudz, where do you want these? And we'll have Will at the back. Okay, moving forward in this marching order, with Jamie going along behind you, or Rook behind you, also going on all fours. He feels mildly offended, because it's as if you're treating him like a beast.
I want to roll my belly thing. See how good I do do it.
Sure. That's why you don't get the DM to roll for you. Natural 1.
Oh fuck.
You
just
get a
breaking-
stone caught on your belly button. You fall 10 feet behind the rest of the party.
This is what I get.
Oh my god, it's Steven Universe! Oh wait, no, it's just Ghaakt. Don't. Belly button.
Alright, so, moving forward. Queglod.
Mhm.
After about 2 minutes of this agonizing crawling, because it's so slow, because Sasha's the one who's taken the lead, you see a faint green light up ahead. And Sasha, you begin to hear from up ahead.
Oh yeah, someone else is gonna have to draw.
Is
the
that
map,
like
right?
drums or is that like stomping?
Drums.
Well, there are drums playing up ahead. So I think we should wait here for their arms to get tired.
we move on to the next party of adventurers, and as they come down here, they're like, "Why are there just 7 skeletons in centipede formation on the floor?"
And the drums have never stopped. They're
Oh
still
my
going.
Some say to this
What
day,
if we
the
just
dawn
teleportation circle out of here? They just continue playing the drums forever, expecting us to go through.
And then we go back to
They'll
Adamantium,
probably
then
assume
we have
we've
to go
died
all
at
the way
some
back
point.
again.
But yeah, I mean, I
Should
guess
we
we
send-
just go forward. Like,
We
What-
put
what else we
Featherwing or
Yeah,
something,
do you want to
like
get
Raven
back up
Man
on
to
your
like
feet?
scout a bit?
well, okay. Yes, we get back up on our feet. By the way, I don't suppose the Queglod we can now use divination magic at all.
Can I see anything magic-wise?
Since you're crawling, it's been about 50 feet. You can see divination magic again.
Okay.
You can see with your divination magic. You look back, and you look back at some of your party members who are still within what you believe to be the bubble. You can't see Malcolm's or Ghaakt's items still.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a good idea. Of
I whispered
where
to
it's
Queglod, they're probably gonna ambush from behind.
Oh, Leng's there as well somewhere. Leng overtook Ghaakt somehow.
Okay.
Yeah, I whispered to Queglod, they're probably gonna have something from behind. Something magical, probably, that they're hiding.
Just keeping an eye out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, you proceeding to move forward?
Yep.
Can we send Featherwing or Felipe to scout first? The green thingy?
Probably best to send Felipe, owing to the fact
Yeah,
that you
I'll
can
send,
see through Felipe's eyes, and if he dies, then
Good
just
to run him back. Yeah, I'm gonna send Felipe up ahead, but if things get dangerous, he's gonna come straight back.
bum 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 bum.
Felipe makes way up. Make a perception check with Felipe's eyes.
Okay.
What do those dumb eyes see?
Okay.
Who's playing the drum?
Felipe flies up ahead.
Who are you?
As Felipe gets closer to the green light, you see what looks to be an opening, and Felipe just stops and peers around the corner of this area. As you look through Felipe's eyes, you can see what looks to be a wooden bridge or platform going forward, which then expands out into a larger wooden platform. On it, you can see marching seem to be platoons of these of Morbin. Heavily armoured in splint armour, carrying well-made weapons, which look sharpened to an edge. You can see a few of them are just marching around this general area, and you can see quite a few of them are in preparation for you to come down the hallway. You can see if, as Felipe gets a little bit of a better look around, Felipe's vision is cut off slightly, as you see a cage put over Felipe, and a Morbin pick it up and goes, and just runs in, and you lose vision of Felipe.
Oh,
Well, shit.
Kill that fucking guy.
Yep.
Alright.
Wait,
So-
what happens if we never find Felipe again?
Oh, eventually you can just I'm pretty sure you can unsummon him or resummon him with the same ritual.
Yeah, pretty much. But
Do it now, piss him off.
He
It
can't.
takes
he
an
has-
hour.
It takes an hour.
Oh.
So
I mean, we
yeah.
could wait here for an hour if you like.
Wait for
never-
them to get tired from patrolling.
You know how these
Well, they're
regiments
running.
work. They have rotations. They're not stupid. Also, you don't get
Okay.
advantage on that guy because he didn't kill Felipe. He captured him and ran away.
Still gonna die though.
You just
That's
met.
fine.
You just met the. You just met the guy who set off all the traps.
Whenever we're out of combat, I'm going to be routinely checking to see if I can see through Felipe's eyes or not.
Okay. That's if there is
Does that
out
have
of
to do with
combat.
Well,
So what are you guys doing? You hear the drums up ahead.
I mean,
at which point you hear the drums stop for a moment, You hear almost like a raucous laughter in whatever language they're speaking,
He's shown the
and
bird
then
to
they
the people.
proceed to continue drumming.
Okay.
We got the bird. We're so
Alright,
good.
so
Isn't
I
the bird
can't-
told it to spy on us? And I caught it. I'm going to eat it for dinner. Good luck with that. It's partial magic.
got to block it. I just don't
we
block
need to
it.
attach
It's
some
easy.
bombs to Philly.
Specifically,
That doesn't
death
happen.
magic.
Now you're turning Sunday into a terrorist campaign.
I like how all
Just
these rat
attach
people are suddenly treated
bombs to
Laurie.
Felipe. Whenever he gets captured, it just blows up.
No.
Right,
Oh, not another exploding bird. They
Queglod.
always do that.
Queglod. Before you lost sight through Felipe's eyes, what did you see? Did you see? This is going to sound strange, but I don't suppose you saw any huge objects.
A giant bridge.
Not really. It was a.
How big would you say those wooden platforms were?
2 men abreast.
Yeah, Chris, can we get a visual representation?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah, and that's cavern. Don't fall down it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're here, I assume.
Yeah, you're all the way up there somewhere.
Okay.
I'm just rubbing out my old references. I don't need these anymore.
And where?
Beep, beep, boop, boop. I am robot.
Where are the patrols? And where are the drummers?
You don't know where the drummers are, but the patrols are fairly easy to spot. They are on this main area here.
Right.
How many?
Let me get you some proper numbers here.
Oh no. Alright, guys, I have a very good idea here.
Ooh.
What if. What does this thing look like it's standing on?
I mean, that'd fucking do it if you're going to try what I think you're going to try.
This entire section is connected via various large wooden beams and supports that connect to the walls and the floor. It seems to be a three-tier design, but you couldn't see much of it because of the bridge, which is where you got captured. Here.
Alright.
Okay, so it's the floor beams like this and like this.
That's a stair.
Probably.
No,
Actually,
I meant like support beaming down into the cavern. Like.
Yeah, you are really laggy, but yes.
Yeah. Chris, could I have used greater invisibility on the bird, or does that not work because it is also magic?
No, it would have worked on Felipe if Felipe was within range.
Okay.
It's touch.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So next time we'll try that.
Rather than sending in the bird to be captured.
Yeah. Just point out I have greater invisibility. It would be useful in situations such as this.
By the way, these things are more heavily armored. You did also see what looks to be a mishmash of weaker ones, but you weren't sure where they were.
Do we see any rangers?
Not from what you could not from what Felipe saw. You would be aware that from a knowing the numbers here, this is probably their outpost. So this is probably maybe, if they've got reinforcements, maybe 1/20th of their military. And this is just one of the floors.
So how long does that invisibility thing last?
1 hour.
Oh, we just go all invisible. Let's go down.
Okay. Honestly, might as well. How many times can you use it, and is it like a mass thing or what?
What, greater invisibility?
Yeah.
It's on one person.
It's on one person. it's also concentration, so no chance of casting that again.
Okay. Who's best to do this? I'm too loud, so they'll hear my clanky armor.
Wait, we hear someone. Clank, 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 clank.
Oh, you know what?
Where did they
Sudz.
go?
I think it should be Sudz.
Okay, so if we turn Sudz invisible, what's he then gonna do?
Summons, conjures animals or something in
Mysterious
central,
animals appearing out of nowhere.
or in the central portion, to attack them, and that distracts them while the rest of us charge
Rook
in.
exists also, but he isn't as stealthy.
Yeah, he isn't stealthy, and also he can't do mass stuff, whereas Sudz has the call lightning thing.
How big is this room?
Cabin.
Malcolm, I've got an idea.
Yeah.
The
Summon
room
animal.
itself, from top to bottom, is probably about.
Malcolm, use summon animals and use it to summon termites to slowly eat away at their wooden base.
But then we can't go anywhere.
Yeah, no. If this collapses, you can't go anywhere unless you want to fly elsewhere.
Anyway.
Queglod can cast fly.
From the looks of it,
Not on everyone, but yeah.
I'm just trying to make a rough estimate here to get the correct dimensions. It's a V-shaped cavern, just that slowly coils down. I'd probably say it's about 100 feet tall.
Tall?
Yeah.
Yes!
Now, something that I will point out, not to burst your bubble, but it's 100 feet above you for Cool Lightning. So you have to be at the bottom of the cavern to cast Cool Lightning.
Oh, I thought you said from...
Can I check that, Chris?
If you want to check that, that's fine, but I thought that's what it says on it. It says, choose a point 100 feet above you. A cloud appears in a shape of a cylinder that is 10 feet tall and 60-foot radius, centered on a point you can see within range directly above you. Within range, so it's 120 feet, so no, never mind. Yeah, no, that'll be fine to summon where it is. Actually, by all accounts, if you say that, then you can cast it regardless of the height of the chamber.
I mean, as long as it's above them.
Yeah, no, it's just 120 foot height. There's actually no limit to it being indoors. The only thing that's the limit is that the room has to be more than 10 feet, or has to be about 20 feet in height.
Okay.
Yeah, I never realized that before. I thought it had to be 100 feet above you. The range is 120 feet, but yeah. Okay.
So I could have been summoning it all the time?
True, but we already know that Cool Lightning doesn't do that much damage, or doesn't do that much damage anymore.
It still does stuff, and it's AoE damage.
Yeah, true. I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's just it's good. It's good to check things sometimes.
Yeah. Right. So, do you have a game plan, or do you want me to end the session there and you can discuss it next time?
I'm right to plan over the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You've made it to room 2.
Alright.
I dislike room 1.
Room 1's great. I got to play
To be
with the
fair,
Trap Master. Which, by the way, if you had killed him, you would have just gotten away with it. Anyway, so, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!
Bye.